Well, they blew up the Chicken Man in Philly last night, and they blew up his house too. Down on the boardwalk, they're ready for a fight. Gonna see what them racket boys can do. Now there's trouble busting in from out of state, and the DA can't get no relief. Gonna be a rumble on the promenade, and the gambling commissioner's hanging on by the skin of his teeth. Everything dies, baby, that's a fact. But maybe everything that dies someday comes back. Put your makeup on, fix your hair up pretty, and meet me tonight in Atlantic City. But I got a job and I put my money away, but I got the kind of debt that no honest man can pay. So I threw out what I had from the Central Trust, and I bought us 2 tickets on that Coast City bus. Everything dies, baby, that's a fact. But maybe everything that dies someday comes back. Put your makeup on, fix your hair up pretty, and meet me tonight in Atlantic City. Now
can hear you.
We're good. We're good.
Oh, there you are. Kyle, close the Riverside and other tabs. Fucking dipshit.
They're all closed.
What should I do? Multiple Riverside tabs.
Close that one.
Fucking retard.
Kyler, you got the
We're good.
stuff for
We're
YouTube?
live.
We're live now.
We're live. They're looking at us.
Dude!
Who is we?
Welcome back to the Dudes of Sports podcast. I'm your host, PC. And we've got another great episode for you today. Hey, guess who we got back? He's in my top right corner right here. The guy that was hunting penguins in Antarctica. Hunting penguins in Antarctica, hunting whales over in Japan, was fighting kangaroos in Australia. We had a bunch of excuses for Mr. Howard being back, but might as well start off with him. Mr. Howard, sir, how are we doing today?
Pretty good. It's been easy Sunday compared to most. You know, I've been on a journey, as PEC has mentioned, trying to find the Titans' right quarterback, and still haven't found nothing. But, you know, we're just going through the waves of college football playoff season, which is kind of cool. And then I've been watching a lot of NBA as well, some football all around when I am working, NFL-wise. And, yeah, it's nice to be back for a little bit, at least, having some time.
Yeah, always like having Mr. Howard, the arch St. Louis man himself, back with us today. Let's go back around to our normal boys here. My internet's a little bit spotty here, so it might be in and out. Trying my best here, but main man from way out west, you had some pretty big news today, didn't you?
Just a couple minutes ago it broke, yes. That
Here,
Juan Soto is
P4,
a
turn
New York
yourself
Met.
up.
Hey, Kyle, why don't you shut the fuck up?
I can't hear you. The crew can't hear you.
Well, that's because you're running some Joe Blow fucking show.
I can hear everyone else fine.
Hey, Joe Blow fucking show. It's Dudes and Sports podcast. Put some respect on the goddamn name.
Well, then deal with it. That's what you get. Whoops. Yeah, Juan Soto's a Met. Hello, folks. Welcome back. And I think that's it that happened today for my teams. Oh, Duke won. They beat Louisville at Louisville.
That's crazy. Because I was doing like everything for the show beforehand, and then so P4 just broke the news. So, congrats to the Mets for what is it, 750? What is it?
PC's not even here.
I just like how it was a calm transition. Like Kyle knew the role, just stepped right up and into it.
I was I
I
really didn't know.
Oh, hey, look, I'm back. Thank God.
Hey, there he is.
I don't know. I'm telling you, my internet is bad right now. It was bad
like a
last
60
week.
long Ethernet cable.
I need to get like one of those things that like plug into the wall where it expands the stuff of it, but it's gonna be rough the entire time.
It's a warrior.
I'll try
just
to
pushes
chip in
through
as
the
much as I
McDonald's
can.
internet.
Glad to see it. Hey, it's the Dudes and Sports podcast. I had to make sure I was on for the show. So let's say hey man from way out west, do you want to take over some hosting duties just in case my internet decides to shit the bed like it always does?
Six man
More than
here.
welcome. Want to co-host
Of course,
right there?
I will say there is no Google Docs, so I'll go off of I think the third. I like how we went.
Just go back from.
Yeah, I'll figure something out. I like how we went from
Improv
zero
week.
graphics from our thing to now on YouTube we have so many.
What's wrong?
I didn't say anything
Decked
wrong.
out over
I
here.
just now on our thing there's just so much shit going on. It used to just be 4
Just the
boom
screens.
boxes, and now we've got it looks like the Fox News. Fucking Dow Jones down 275%.
Fox Business kind of shit.
Yeah, if you have children, drown them in the tub.
There we
Shit's
go.
going down.
Actually, I kind of like.
Yeah,
the chat.
so what are we going to talk about first? NFL Week 14. We want to hit that first. That's what Kyle's got up on his thing. I guess that's what he meant.
Yeah,
by
we can go to NFL.
Work because he made 4 bullet
NFL Week 14, skip a week.
No, we're in 14 this week.
We can
Oh,
jump
shoot,
right
really?
into
I'm
NFL.
tripping.
Yeah, because the Jets had the bye last week. That was week 13. I'm on bye in the Fantasy Sports League. We'll talk about this. I've been watching film on Nick Howard's
too.
guys in our bye week, getting prepared.
It's like literally freaking.
You see, I benched all
In the
my
first
guys
4.
and dropped my kicker to not give you any fucking hints on.
Dude,
what
I got a defense
I'm playing
planning out 2 weeks from when I was scheduled to play.
Well, someone, I think it was Labarge, dropped the Ravens defense because they were on bye and he had to play this week for the Toilet Bowl. So I picked him up.
He
right
didn't even
away.
start Pickens.
Oh,
We'll get
my
to
God.
that,
Well,
but
fucking,
yeah.
Yeah, somebody didn't start Charbonnet. I mean, we'll get into it, but Caleb Turner, poor guy, man. That guy, he just needs one more roster spot, and he might be the best team in the league.
A double flex. If you had a
just
double
had
flex.
double flex. He started Jaden Reed on all the wrong weeks. Who else? Well, he had Charbonnet that he didn't start this week. Oh, that's a rough one. But let's talk about it. Let's start off with Thursday Night Football, right, gentlemen?
Yeah,
Thursday
absolutely,
night,
which
Thursday
was.
Packers.
Detroit.
Oh, yeah. That was
This is a very
that's
interesting
decent
game.
Yeah.
Once again, Dan Campbell showed off his cojones, as they say, every single fucking time he plays in a.
He's
primetime
got big
game.
ones.
I want you to
But,
get the ball, kneel,
Big
hand
old
it
cojones
off.
for him.
Josh Jacobs looks good, man. I kind of like this Packers team. I think this NFC North. There's a lot
They're
of.
so
contenders.
good. They're so good.
Yeah, they're really good.
I mean,
Top
what
three
the
nuts.
Packers and the Vikings are probably
The Vikings
in
did
the
well
division.
today.
And a personal
The
foul
Vikings
on
are
us.
10-3. Did they win this week or did they lose?
Vikings won, but we will get to that. But yeah,
D Hop's dead. D Hop died.
D Hop. Nah.
Poor guy.
I'm at the personal
takes
foul
him in
right
to get
now.
up.
The Chiefs tried killing Justin Herbert in the second quarter,
We did. We tried.
and that's unfair. And I want you to make a statement, an official statement on that, Kyle, when we get to it. So Packers Lions. Anything else about these guys? I mean, obviously Josh Jacobs on my fantasy team. He'll probably get the start next week. No hints. No hints. He's questionable.
Gotta get my notebook. Fuck.
We're
Oh,
bye, PC.
oh, he died. He died.
Christian Watson had finally
Shout out
one of those
PC.
games. That's one of the shout out PC. Finally had one of those games where he had 4 catches, 114 yards.
He didn't drop a pass.
QJ's having one of his games, so maybe I'd like to see like the graph chart week by week and see if there's like some sort of correlation with like these tier 2 kind of wide receivers that can go off for these games. Like if it has to do with like the moon cycle or fucking Mercury and Mercury
On a
and
cold
retrograde.
30-degree
Cold.
night, no
Who
dome.
knows? But I think there's got to be something to this, right? All right, Sunday's games. Let's start out with the 10 o'clock slate. Mine's kind of fucked up because it puts the Jets at the top. Let's talk about it. Jets-Dolphins, 26-32. Game went into overtime. Free football this afternoon. Aaron Rodgers threw for 300-plus yards for the first time as a Jet, the first time since 2021 or something. Brees Hall was out this game, so was Sauce Gardner, and the Jets still played pretty good. I mean, Tyreek Hill, 10 catches for 115 yards. I think he caught 8 drag routes on his last 3 possessions. Just absolute stupid bullshit that Tyreek Hill can only do, so. Whatever. Braylon Allen had a good game. Isaiah Davis had a really good game.
That game-winning pass was pretty nuts. I did see that.
Anything else on you? I'm going to bring it over to the gentleman. What do you guys have to say about the Jets?
Well, from what I know, at least, like, from what you've texted in the chat and everything I've been able to see, it's just, I don't know. It was like, I was expecting when Aaron Rodgers was coming back, he was going to be good. I was like, okay, Aaron Rodgers is kind of washed now. That sucks. But I just feel like the rest of the team, like, weirdly has degressed from, like, what they were last year. Because it was like, even if Rodgers was himself, the team they had last year, I feel like would not be, 3-10 now? Same record as the Titans?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy to think about. Like, if you look at their roster last year and what they
Zach
did,
Wilson
kind of
was 5-7
close.
last year.
Hey, man. Just putting up the numbers like Will Levis. We'll go and talk about that. But yeah, the Jets season's so weird because like they didn't change up a lot, and on paper they like got better, but looking at the games and everything, and obviously the record, they didn't. So really weird season.
Kyle, any thoughts on the New York Football Jets?
I think that fear of Rodgers, it was almost like that, the Brett Favre feeling when he came to the Jets. It's like you thought it was going to happen.
How old were you then?
Well, it doesn't matter how old I am. I can still watch videos. I can still listen to, interviews about the
9.
evidence.
That's what I
But
was.
still,
I know
that's
that
what
year.
it is. Like, that's what it is. Came from the Packers. He's on the Jets. And guess where he's going to go next season? P4.
No.
Guess where he's going?
No.
Guess
He
where
won't.
he's going? Because what's
I
going to
don't think
happen
so.
is Minnesota's going to
Tennessee.
lose a playoff game, and it's going to be Sam Darnold's fault, and then they're going to go, the backup thing didn't
Sam
work.
goes to the Jets.
They're gonna go JJ McCarthy from how they're doing. They haven't even offered Darnold a deal.
Sure.
Oh my God!
A first round pick for no reason, replacing him with a fossil.
He'll probably he'll tear his other ACL. There'll be a way it'll happen. No, but I love
The
Vinny.
hypotheticals work out.
I love Vinny Pasquantino. He always talks about the Jets, but he had this fear that the Jets were going to jet, and that's what they did. And there he is. He's back. We were talking about the Jets. You have any thoughts, PC, about the Jets? I don't really want to go into
It's
the
not
details. It's just sad. It really is sad.
What are you saving, like, going into the details for? Just
I mean,
curiosity.
We're trying to save your conscience and make
This
sure
is
you
my
stay alive.
question.
Well,
That's
number
my
one, first of
question.
all, the reason I don't go into the details is because I don't actually know a lot of the details. It's just something I like to say. So
Nobody.
Flip it.
nobody
I don't-
If you
I
had,
don't want
if you
to
had
be
like
very
truth
honest.
serum into like
I
90%
don't
of
wanna
ESPN workers, that's exactly what they would say. I'd have no idea on this.
and
I'm
you know
just,
what?
saying
I'm
shit.
actually allowed.
My
I'm actually
sources,
allowed to say
since I
it
don't
because
have
who
it.
cares? I'm not getting paid for this.
At the end of the day, we are just some dudes.
We're not getting paid for this.
Just some dudes talking about sports.
I
No,
thought I
you're
was
getting paid for this.
getting
You know
crypto or Bitcoin on my off days.
Well, you're gonna go hawk
I
to
can
a.
pay
You're
you
gonna
in
hawk to a
McDonald's,
coin.
McDonald's
wanna
money.
hawk to it.
How about Monopoly money? Does that work?
To a
Monopoly
coin.
money?
Yeah,
I'll
hopefully you
make you
guys
get
didn't
the
spend your
RFK
life
jail.
savings on
this is
how
a
to
pretty
hawk
good
to a
platform
coin.
for me. This is the biggest platform I have. Dear RFK, I have lost $250,000 on the hawk to a coin. Please email me and my family. We are in debt. We eat Doritos
I'll
every
Bro,
give you
dog
a
ain't coming to save you, man.
get-out-of-jail-free card.
He ain't coming to save you. Oh
The
shoot.
Jets suck. We're not gonna
Yep.
talk to the Jets too much.
Wrap up the Jets talk. Their ass. They're gonna be rebuilding just like the Titans next year.
All right.
Welcome-
well, speaking
welcome to hell.
of,
Rats, too.
Jaguars
We're going to
beat
that?
the Titans.
Rats.
The Titans
Titans
refused
lost
to
to-
score a touchdown. Nick Westbrook-Akine tried his
Against the
damnedest.
Jaguars. The 2-win Jaguars.
Tony Pollard had 21 carries.
Fucking awful.
Who's RB2 now?
Julius Chestnut.
Oh, shut the fuck up. That's like when
Dude,
DJ
it's-
Stewart was playing center field for the Mets last August.
And everyone's like, God, please bench, get Will Levis out here, man. Let us see Mason Rudolph. I'm like, you know how awful we just are for those sentences to be spoken.
That's
Like-
like the kind of thing Giants fans would
Yeah,
say.
I'll
for
break
Mason
down.
Rudolph.
I'll break down a little bit what went down in that game because I was watching at my work And I just looked up at the screen, and it seemed like almost every time I looked up at the screen, there was just almost nothing good. Almost nothing good the entire time. This one play we had, I will sum it up. We had Jeff Simmons in fullback position, and it was like 4th and 1. And we sent him on motion. We had everyone on motion, 2 guys going on a, I guess, post, right, or fly route. And we had a tight end getting covered in the back of the end zone. Chig is wide open, like right next to the line. And Nick Van Nett is his name, that was covered. He had like a guy on his back. Guess the guy Will Levis threw to on 4th and 1. It wasn't Chig. It was not Chig. And he threw it incomplete. And then it was 3rd and 1. And Ridley was running a ball. And he threw it short of the sticks. Dude, Will Levis. I wanted him to be a bridge QB so bad. Now, there's no way, even knowing we're not going to be good next year, I can watch him anymore. He just, like, when you look at him and you think of the average NFL quarterback, you're like, what the hell has happened?
So is it tank for Arch Manning, or is it look for quarterback this draft, is what you're saying?
I don't think. I mean, the Giants and Raiders, there he goes. The Giants and the Raiders suck enough where they both need QBs, and, like, I just don't think it's going to be Cam or Shadur going to our team, but I think right now we need a bridge QB.
They're probably going to take a first. They're going to take a first-round pick QB as well, regardless if Rodgers is on the team.
No way, dude. If it's Jalen Milroe, man, I don't know,
Quinn Ewers.
Flat-footed down the field.
Garrett
Wilson, prayer.
And they're going to do some bullshit. Woody's going to do something where he makes like, okay, Devontae, you don't have to practice 4 days out of the week, and then you get fucking guaranteed money, and he's going to end up still being on the team.
Dude, if it's Vrabel that y'all go out
and shut up. I sent you the tweet today. An actual Jets fan on Twitter wants Justin Fields, Mike Vrabel combo.
Vrabel wouldn't even know what to do with that. Like, when Tannehill would just go out on a run to the corner and do his ball flip, he would just go back, and Vrabel's like, you could have fumbled that. You know you could have fucking fumbled that. Like, dude, Justin Fields run it. He's going to have an aneurysm and slam Woody Johnson through a freaking table.
I mean, Woody Johnson, the Great Britain ambassador for the 45th president?
No, Woody Johnson, the #1 sexy red stan, actually.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Woody Johnson, the Italian representative for the 47th president.
Huh. Man of many talents, I guess.
Yeah, apparently his wife's best friend is Ivanka. So they're like in cahoots, and they just want to put her up in like the nicest country.
I love how this just broke out from like Get Up ESPN to Tucker Carlson show.
The Rizzler. Having second thoughts.
Oh my god.
Well, PC,
if you come here for sports intelligence, you have come to the absolute wrong place. Leave now and run for your lives.
Other than that,
two viewers, stay, please. Super chat.
Donate via super chat, please. 1 month subscribers. But yeah, I guess wrap off that sentence. It was a 2-10 Jaguars team, and there were like 2 games I told myself, even if we were asked this year after the Bears game, I didn't want to lose. It was a Patriots game and any game against the Jags. And not only did we lose, we did not score a single touchdown. So I think that it's time for the owner probably to step down. Crazy fact, because like I don't even know what else you do. Brian Callahan, if he gets fired, I'm not mad. If he stays, I'm not mad. But if he's gone, I mean, a coach for less than a season lasting, or maybe even just a season after we're like, yeah, this guy is the new era after Vrabel. What do you do as an owner? You have to like suck it up and just go on to the next one like we've been doing forever. So, I don't know. I think the Titans at the moment are pretty cooked. They're definitely more than a quarterback away from being decent because the rest of the team looked ass today too, low-key. Especially just letting the Mac Jones Jaguars win because those dudes
ya.
look
Get
awful.
down!
I like how you timed that like as a celebration for PC popping back up.
Yes, that's exactly why I was
Internet's trash.
excited.
Internet's trash. We love it. We love it.
Get an
Internet's
Ethernet.
trash.
Get an Ethernet.
That was a great
You know what,
celebration.
Kyle? I wasn't asking you at all. I
I'm
don't
not
care about your opinion
trashing
or
you. I'm just
effort.
trying to give you an answer. I'm a solution.
Thank you. I appreciate your comments. I honestly don't care, but that's
Tighten up.
PC.
We're in hell. PC's back. That's all that matters.
PC, run down.
P4 continue, or
Yeah,
one of the
PC.
hosts run down with the NFL. We've gone
Yeah,
through.
we run down how
NFL,
about the,
Falcons, Vikings. Kirk Cousins still sucks. What do we think?
Yeah,
Nick
crazy.
Sutton.
0-4 in his last 4 games, and
Hugh
8
Morris said that he's sticking with them.
interceptions.
Do we, as a podcast, all want to get on the Penix
You
train?
paid that much money for him.
You
You
drafted
got
him
it.
that
That's-
high.
That's what I was saying beforehand. Even if he was good, you paid so much money for Kirk Cousins. Like, there's no good.
You got it.
You have $100+ million
Well,
man on the bench.
They're in the.
That'd be the worst, like, just
They're
idea
500
to think
I mean-
of. I think you just
The
gotta
NFC
fucking
the
ride
NFC
through with
South's
him
not
this
that
season,
good.
and then
You
It
just
is
gotta
what it is.
ride with Kirko. Yeah, I
Ride
agree.
with
You
Kirk.
just to ride with Kirko and see how it goes. I mean, the Carolina Panthers suck. The Saints suck, and then you've got Tampa. That's okay.
hey, Bryce
But-
Young, man, shout out fucking Bryce Young. I don't know if we're gonna get to that, but God, what
I like them.
what a turnaround he's had, man.
Well, let's talk about a shit game before we talk about a good game. Saints Giants. Drew Lock.
He started like
Lock was
0
also the
Good-
leading rusher
Drew
of the
Lock.
game.
0-8.
Drew Lock does weird dances.
Yeah, Drew Lock is. He's interesting. I don't know. The Giants just suck. There's like no positives about the Giants.
Malik
except for
Neighbors.
Oh, yeah, Malik
That's about
Neighbors.
it.
This is
Everybody
this
else
is
sucks.
this is what happens. when you
Tyrone
have a
Tracy's not
league-
bad, but yeah.
This is what happens when you have a league that is so properly run, and you balance out the finances and you have a salary floor and a salary cap, and prevent big market teams from just exploiting the market. This is what you get: New York teams that are garbage. Now, I'm not trying to diss on the Jets, right? Because if the Jets
They still suck because they spent money.
had that opportunity, they may be the Mets. Now, we don't know what the Mets are going to do because they just spent $765 million on a player. That's a real thing. That is absurd.
Yeah.
And that's not deferred money.
15 years.
That's not deferred, right?
It was never going to be deferred with Soto.
Yeah.
That's
$51
why
million
Dodgers was
a
goofy.
year.
Coming out of my fucking paycheck. Is it out of my goddamn
Is it?
pocket?
Is it?
Why the fuck are you talking
Is
like
it?
this?
Is
Like
it
I'm
coming-
the one
is
who
it?
fucking signed
Is
the
it?
check.
Is it coming out of your pocketbook?
I'm just a fan.
They
Jesus.
hard-earned tax money
Hey,
coming out
Kyle,
of maintenance for
actually,
way out
that
west.
flag hanging behind you, the only reason that the fucking Royals owner can afford to even manufacture those is because Cohen does bullshit like this.
True.
And then has to give you little chicklets at the end of the day and go, you know what? We'll just be so fucking good, it will make the Royals competitive.
Yeah, what, to pay minor league guys?
The Royals made it
So
to
then
the
Kyle can be,
ALCS.
we
To
have the
pay
biggest
minor league
turnaround.
guys?
So Kyle, is your goal this year to like lose
Hold on.
150
Hold on.
games? So
No,
that
no,
the
no,
year
no.
after you
Hold
can have
on.
the biggest
Wait,
big-
wait,
Win the
wait,
first
wait,
round
Stop,
season
stop,
success.
Stop. We gotta stop this right now. We gotta finish the
We want
NFL.
postseason.
Gotta finish the NFL. Then we can get into this
Who cares about
horse
the
crap.
NFL? It's the week 14. Who cares?
Do we want to get
Panthers,
into
Eagles.
the fantasy?
Bryce Young.
Whoa. Oh yeah, Bryce.
Bryce Young.
I love
did
him.
play
Pretty
good.
actually pretty decent.
Wait, hold on.
Saquon's
Can,
pretty
can I
good,
ask
too.
a
He
question?
looked super
Can I ask
good.
a question? Was it the Panthers
No.
this entire time fleecing the Bears on that, trade deal with the picks? Was it them
I
the
mean,
entire
DJ
time?
Moore, that's
DJ
not.
Moore
I
is
think a
solid.
terrible. I
They
think
don't
the
have a-
Bears
they don't have an
system.
op- They have
Yeah,
no
the
head
Bears
coach,
I
no
mean,
system.
GM
that's
right
like
What?
saying the Packers fleeced the Jets. I mean,
Yeah, no.
it's both kind of a win, but one just
Who
didn't-
had
it didn't work
expectations?
out, and it hasn't
Caleb,
worked out.
Caleb
Who had
just needs an
expectations?
offensive- Caleb
DJ
just needs
Moore, and
an
he's
offensive
doing good.
coordinator.
Well,
I mean, that's.
I meant the
like-
team.
That offense-
Yeah, I get DJ Moore's doing
Good.
fine,
They were a
I think
hot
they have-
ass here.
but the
I think they
Panthers
have
now
a
have a
better
guy that
record
they
than
can
the
build
Hot ass
around.
against 49ers.
They do. They have a bigger they have a better record than the Panthers.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know. I think that's just an equal trade. They're both not good right now, but like Bryce Young is just
I
a
do
solid
like
player.
Bryce.
DJ Moore is just a solid player. Like that's how I kind of think of that trade at the
I
moment.
like Bryce more. I think I like the Panthers going forward more than I like the Bears, but I don't think I'd put a stamp on who won it one way or another.
I mean, yeah, I don't know. DJ Moore's a good player, but Bryce Young right now is the Panthers did a good thing. They got a success out of trading a player like DJ Moore.
There's
pretty
so
much
many shit
sucks.
teams. There's 8 teams with double-digit losses.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy, honestly.
The top end is really not as packed as it was like last year. Like,
Yeah,
there's a
dude,
lot
the
of- there's a lot
Tankathon
of,
switches like
6 and
so
6 or
often
7
now.
and 6 teams, and there's a ton of guys down in that 4-win range, and then there's only
Get
like a
out of
few
there,
double-digit
Mahomes.
wins.
Yeah, the playoff picture right now, there's teams with like 6 wins, which is kind of crazy.
Cannot deal with this Chiefs
Brown
team.
Steelers.
Using 25%
Winston was
of
the
their playbook.
was the game high passer. Had 212 yards, 2 touchdowns. Held semi in check for Jameis standards.
I mean, yeah,
Russell
there was a
had a
lot
good
of-
game.
at the end
Russell,
of the game.
Mr. Unlimited. What do we think? What can the Steelers make noise?
Dude, I like the Steelers team a lot. Their
Yeah.
trenches are nice. Their
Oh.
trenches are pretty good.
They've
Yeah, I do
always
like
been,
that.
but they've been the same team every year.
Russell's a proven quarterback. Dave Russell.
Dude, they had Ben Roethlisberger before
Get
and
out of
Mason
there.
Rudolph. What are you talking about? They
Oh
have a
my
quarterback
gosh.
that's decent right now. Their trenches are
Yeah,
nice.
Russell
I think
is a proven
I think
Super Bowl
Steelers
winning
can do
quarterback.
good.
Are they going to beat
This
the
is
Chiefs
true.
on
Super Bowl winning
Christmas?
quarterback.
Are
in
the Steelers
Russell
going to beat the
Wilson,
Chiefs on Christmas?
And a old school
They probably
coach in
will.
Mike Tomlin who understands how he plays the game of football. The Pittsburgh Steelers have a good defense too. They're
Yeah,
going to be a
Chiefs
threat. in the
Steelers would be a
AFC.
good matchup.
Yeah.
That'd be fun.
Like, stop putting my team on Christmas. I want to sing songs and have joy and drink eggnog.
That's
Not
what
watch
the
Kyle
football.
shows up on Christmas caroling.
Still-
while
I
my
need-
front
I
door
need-
is
dream,
slamming
I
the
need
door.
That's a
something
life
I'm
to
dream.
slamming
take.
the door
I
in his
need.
face.
I need the joy of the holiday to take me away from the thing that takes me away from reality altogether, which is sports. Christmas is the one time where it takes me away from the thing that takes me away from reality, which also brings me some pain. If you're watching KU football or recently KU basketball,
Or basketball. Kate
And now,
Basketball's just as hot
I have to
ass.
watch the Chiefs lose on Christmas. DJ Humphries is now all out. See you later. Broken. He sucked anyways. Hey, he's gonna be really good. Anyways. How the Cowboys do?
Buccaneers beat the Raiders,
How the Cowboys do?
13
I
to
didn't think they
28.
played.
Good.
Baker had a good game. Rashad
Raiders
White,
suck.
the rookie, had a good game.
Brock Bowers is
Cade
so
Otton,
good.
another one of my
Oh, God,
tight ends.
Word.
Is he going to be in the flex? Is he going to be the tight end position? I don't know. Something for Nick Howard to think
I'm
about.
running that double flex option. It's not bad for a tight end if you got Kate Otten and another good tight end.
Pat Mahomes just killed a water boy. Put him on trial.
Waterboy needs to be more aware.
Oh, he just.
The media members out
Look at
there,
him. Look at him. Get
bad
up.
training.
Look at him get up.
Seahawks
though.
beat the
Put him on
Cardinals.
ahead.
Kyler Murray. Ooh. Black Ops, man.
That's.
He's too
I-
short.
He's interesting
He just
because like
runs
he does good against other teams, and then like yeah, the Seahawks just have his
Sure.
number.
Yeah, they,
Are the
So-
Seahawks gonna
so is
win
Bryce.
the division? Are they gonna do it?
yeah, they can.
Yeah.
They can, yeah.
They're
The
going to.
Rams
Now, I was
won
talking
too.
Rams.
But the
Seahawks,
Rams,
Rams
dude, what
are
was
so
the Rams?
good.
The Rams
The
just
Rams
showing
are
up.
so good.
Stafford, man.
they
When he's
balled
on,
out
he's
today.
on, bro.
If they have Puka and Cooper going well and Stafford playing well, the Rams are going to be a tough team to beat no matter what. Like,
Yeah,
Yeah,
they're a
I
weird
don't.
team.
I don't want to see the Rams in the playoffs if I'm an NFC team. I don't because they have the talent to just.
When
Oopsie.
healthy. When healthy.
Oopsie.
Them and the 49ers are
Just-
very similar teams.
yeah. Yeah.
That-
yeah.
Jared
Those
Verse
healthy
too is
after
a
the-
You don't wanna
dog
see
on
those
that
guys
line.
Yeah,
First
but
round.
Sean McVay is
Florida
very,
State
very
has good pass
talented in
rushers.
his play
Is there a
calling.
pass rusher you?
Hmm?
Pass
Oh,
rusher
pass
you.
rusher, you?
They talk about wide receiver U, DBU, QBU. Pass rusher U. I think Florida State's got some good ones, man.
Man, Texas A&M's tough too, especially this draft. They have two, so yeah, they might be.
Go, go.
They might be up there.
He made it.
But yeah, no, freaking, I like the Rams. That was a crazy game, man. Because like, it's
Rams
gonna go
Bills,
unnoticed
let's
now.
get into
but
it. 42-44, Rams win. Kind of a late comeback attempt by the Bills. Josh Allen tried his best. He had 3 in the air, 3 on the ground.
First NFL player ever to do that. Crazy fact.
That's crazy. Just give him the MVP right now.
No, Lamar.
no way
Lamar.
it's gonna
Lamar.
No.
Lamar.
I like Lamar too. I think the media is going to give it to Josh Allen because he's never won it
deserves
before.
it. Because
Saquon would be
because
really
he
cool
deserves
too,
it.
but he's
Running back, unfortunately. Yeah, I've been there before.
the Baltimore Ravens are what, 8-5? Like, I know
Yeah.
Lamar's doing really well, but the Bills, like Josh Allen, has just been ridiculous this entire season.
He just lost.
Yeah, I know, but he had 6 touchdowns, 3 in the air, and 3. You're gonna really hurt the guy because he lost. You might as well not give Travis Hunter the Heisman then.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what.
That's exactly
like,
my thought process.
Don't tell
Well,
me.
he's
yeah,
gonna win
individual
it. He's
award,
the
individual
best- he's the best
awards
player.
by team
Don't tell me.
stats, man.
Don't
Get the
tell
fuck
me.
out of here.
He's
Oh
definitely
my
gonna win the
gosh.
Heisman.
That's so stupid. I hate when that happens.
Who?
We're like, oh, wins and losses.
Ashton GT is going to break a record that's been alive for 35 years.
It doesn't matter.
He doesn't have
matter.
double the impact.
Can I say
on
something?
offense.
Can I say
Doesn't
something?
matter.
Why is he gonna? Why if Travis Hunter's gonna win it? Why didn't Aqib Talib win it?
Because Aqib Talib played for Kansas University.
Is that why?
He plays for
What's
Deion
Colorado
Sanders.
is nothing. Colorado is a fucking blip on the
That's
radar.
Deion
That's not even
Sanders on the
anything. That's
goddamn
not
thing.
even the thing, though. Dude, Travis Hunter is not Aqib Talib, man. Like, Travis Hunter's doing is...
What? Who's better?
Look at stats.
Who's
Look
better?
at fucking stats.
Who's gonna be
Look at
better in the
fucking
league?
stats.
Who's gonna be better in the league? Who's gonna be better in the league?
Travis Hunter is an insane prospect.
We'll see.
Dude, that's not even
Wait,
a
is
thing.
Travis
That's
Hunter gonna be a better
hypothetical. You are saying
defender than
hypo-
Aqib Talib? Is he gonna be a better?
You are saying
defender?
hypotheticals. You are saying hypotheticals
Wait, is
right now. I'm
Travis
talking
Hunter gonna
about
be
this
better? Is he gonna be better defender or offensive player? Also, what NFL team's gonna make him play both sides? 100%.
Yeah.
Because
The
no one
last
will.
guy to do that we were just looking up was Troy Brown when he
It
played.
He's
won't
not
be.
gonna do that. He's gonna play one side of the ball.
And he probably wants to
But
play
just
offense.
for this Heisman conversation.
And he probably wants to play offense.
Yeah, I was saying this season, dude, he makes both. He's a very good cornerback, and he's a very good
He's a
wide
good
receiver.
cornerback that guards the wide receiver 4. And he's not
No,
a
he
man
doesn't.
receiver.
No,
He does
doesn't. He's
not.
a wide receiver
He's a
one
top
every
guy.
time.
He
What are you
guards the
talking
wide
about?
receiver 4, not is the
No, he
wide
doesn't.
receiver
No, he
4.
doesn't.
He does not.
what I
He
mean, what I
literally
looked
was
at.
clamping. No, he
What I
doesn't.
saw.
From who?
I
Twitter.
agree that Genty should win the Heisman. Like, I think he is overall the
I'm
better player.
all
But
We're
I
not
think
even on
Travis
CFB.
Hunter
We're not
is
even
going
on
to be-
CFB.
We're on this. Doesn't even matter. The conversation came up.
What are we
Kyle.
on? What games
NFL.
are
We're
we
on
on?
a
NFL.
Dudes and Sports podcast.
Can we move?
That's what
Wait,
exactly
let's
we're on.
hold
This is
it.
what happens
Let's
when we have
hold
no
it.
play.
Bears 49ers. Isaiah Guerrero. He's pretty cool, guys.
Yeah, I like it.
Why did LeBarge
He's an
pick
ass.
him up? Fuck him.
Dude,
The fuck was Alex
By the
doing
way,
picking him up?
Hey, Barge, you're doing
No,
a
no, no,
comedy
wait,
sketch.
wait,
Stop
wait,
being an
wait.
asshole.
We'll get to it. We'll get to it. We're going to it right now. We're going to it right now.
Stop being
Chill
a
the,
dick.
chill the fuck out. Chill the fuck out.
This
Chill
is
the
totally getting
fuck out.
demonetized. This is not for children.
Vladimir Putin, go fuck yourself, pal. USA. I bleed red.
Hey, what do you think about the Syrian situation?
Never heard of her.
What about LeBarge? What's he doing? He's not doing improv. Can you pull it up, PC?
We're not even on fantasy football. We're on. Yeah, I can.
What
but-
games? Who cares?
Yeah, we haven't even finished like so many.
But
No, I
there's so
did all
many
the
bad
games.
teams.
Unless
We did all
except
the
for
games.
except for the game that has to happen that's going on right now.
Yeah, we
Chiefs,
did
talk
all-
Is
about
that-
the Chiefs fact.
is that
Oh,
one
they
where we
suck.
Guys.
They're terrible. It is what it is.
The Chiefs picked up DJ Humphries. DJ Humphries did exactly what our current left tackle
Oh, yeah, we
has
went over
done
it again.
and is allowed
we went
the
over all.
defensive end to get to the
Don't
quarterback.
question my hosting skills, Nick Howard.
We've gone
Dude,
in
main
a
man
roller
from
coaster,
Way Out
man.
West is
Forgive me for like
This
forgetting
is what
3
brings
games.
the views, though.
This is the Dudes and Sports podcast.
This is
if you
steel
would be on
trap,
once in
man.
a while, maybe you figure it out how this
Keep
goes.
it moving. Keep
It's a
it
very
moving.
fast pace.
With 3 people, it's like okay. With 4, it's like out of control.
All right, here you go. Here's your playoff bracket for the Dudes and Sports podcast. Okay, you've got the first round of the playoffs just concluded. Okay, we had a bunch of buys.
So
here.
many buys.
I know. I wanted to put. There's 12 of us in there. I only wanted
Slippy
2
had
guys in the
100.
toilet
Time to
bowl.
prepare. Get my guys some good rest. I mean, I needed Brees
And
Hall.
mine.
Brees Hall got a rest.
So we got. It's
Brees
gonna
Hall
be.
is out this week. He will be back next week. I'm so pumped.
We've got Jake Morgan. Looks like he's gonna end up taking on Wyatt Schmidt who had 152
No,
points.
look at that game.
no,
Look at that game. That actually is a hilarious game. Look at that. Dude.
Oh,
I
I
brought
got
it
an
up in
ad.
the chat today.
No free ads. Hold on. I gotta get this ad off.
No
my
free
screen.
ads. CT ESPN.
Okay, here we go.
Yeah, that's so crazy, dude. Look at that. When you
Here's
go
this. Oh
Poor
wow,
Wyatt,
yeah, I didn't
man.
even see it. He's got Hunter scored 152 points. Still gonna lose. Wow, yeah,
That's insane.
that's nuts.
Chase Brown, CeeDee Lamb, like
51
yeah.
points for Josh Allen.
Yeah.
Gee, mini Christmas.
Look at the
Yeah,
benches.
Puka Nacua
And I think
on his team.
Wyatt, I think the only thing he could have done was put Coop in for his other. Really, what he needed was another running back.
Yeah, he fell
He's
short with
running-
Swift here, and Saquon didn't have a crazy game.
he also didn't
so,
trust his waiver wire pickups
yeah.
a lot and kind of sunk him. But yeah,
So, Wyatt Schmidt looks like you're probably bouncing out of these playoffs. I don't know. There's still some chance,
that's
I guess. but-
crazy. 152
And
in
then
hell.
we've got the 300-pound gentleman, Casey Rose, who was in last place for the most time, but got 5-8, even though he picked Christian McCaffrey as his
What a
first pick
comeback.
overall.
Yeah.
Great job for him
Congratulations,
even making. But really, great season, being able to pick it up, going 5-8.
Went out hot.
You know, last seed in the
Give it your
playoff,
best.
but doing a great job
be
here.
ashamed
Herzing moves on. It's gonna
Yeah,
be a great.
Dog might be the most scary team heading
His
into the
team
playoffs.
is
It's
really,
really
really
scary.
really good here. Let me pull up this playoff bracket. So we've got, it's going to be probably Jake playing Dylan here. That'll be an interesting matchup. You've got the 2 podcast boys, the main man from way out west, taking on
This is gonna be
Mr.
big, man.
Nick Howard.
This is a big matchup.
I don't know
gonna
if I
be
can start
huge
Nikhil
here.
Westbrook or Nick. Oh my god.
And then we've got the
I like how I said Nikhil.
Cowboys
Walkout.
fan and the Yankees fan, Ethan Crandell, and that 6 seed playing up against K. Stell,
What a
who actually won
rivalry.
the
What a
sportsmanship-
rivalry. He will be talking
sportsmanship
crap
award.
the whole week.
all week long.
And I'll just
You'll
bring
hear
up
from
Juan
Ethan.
Soto.
And then I've
you.
got Herzing coming into this next round as the 2 seed. This should be an interesting
That's a
matchup.
lot of
Herzing's team is
points to be
solid.
coming off of, man.
My team is meh. It's okay. It's a 2 seed, but it's kind of. It'll be really interesting. Could see an easy upset there.
Yeah, I
don't
ended
know.
the season on like a 6-game win streak, and it like
That was
never
not
had
how
me
mine
jump
went.
anybody.
Yeah,
Like, I was just
I've
always
stayed
behind.
at 9-4.
Like Jake Morgan lost the last game of the season, but
Yeah.
so it bumped him down to 9-4. But he stayed number 1. I don't know if it doesn't go anything higher than just record.
What? Because I beat him, but I think it was based on
Points,
points
scored.
for
Yeah,
and
points,
points
for.
allowed. Yeah, so I think he beat me in that category.
Yeah,
so I
I
ended
think
up
when
being
you
the
look at
second.
points allowed, I did not have many. I think I got a little bit lucky. My fantasy pros thing, the thing that I pay for, whatever, it hates my team. It thinks that I'm like
Casey Rose, shout out
See,
for
that's
bringing
why-
up P4's points allowed on the text
Yeah,
message
see, look
we
at
received.
this. So you got
on
the
the
title,
podcast.
the total stats. The reason Jake is winning because he scored 1629.
I have the
which is
second
way
most
ahead.
in this top 5.
Yeah. So there's him down at 1580. Yeah, by like what, 8 points? Congratulations. Give yourself a fucking cookie. But you got a 59 here.
Compared to everyone else, I have like over 100.
Yeah, you have
sort by.
1505
Sort
scored.
by.
Points forced. So I'm in
Points.
points allowed.
I was talking points allowed.
I
Yeah.
allowed the least amount of points. So. Good defense. Number 1 defense in the league.
Motherfucker had the Notre Dame schedule.
See, this is why
Depends.
Dylan's team is so scary though. Like he'll score 160 points, but he had 1583 scored on him. It's the only reason that he's even in this consideration where he's in this
That's
seed.
crazy.
But yeah, we'll have to update you guys on the playoff as it happens here. As we move forward, it'll be a great matchup between Howard and main man from way out west. Kyle's got an interesting matchup with his rival Ethan, and I've got old
It's been a rival for like 3 years now, and he
Old Hersdog.
for no reason.
I like to imagine Kyle looking up at his ceiling at night, just thinking about Ethan Crandall's fantasy team.
It's this one. No, it's this guy. I swear it's this guy this week. It's this guy. It's just like flipping every hour of the day.
Yeah. Oh, you got college football next?
Ooh.
College football.
Ashton
with-
Jeanty is the Heisman.
Okay, let's get into this real quick. I personally agree, but I think Travis will win.
I don't see a single.
Only reason why I don't believe in that is because so many Group of 5 players have dominated. But for some reason, since it's a 12-team playoffs, Ashton Jeanty is getting a ton of
I don't
PR.
think
If
Travis-
this is the year he does
Travis
it,
Hunter won't even be the
Cool.
number 1 overall pick, in my
Tide.
opinion.
I think if there was a guy to do the change,
that's
of the
false.
tide,
But
Carter,
Then it
I think
is
Carter,
right
the DN from Penn
no,
State.
he's not. He's not on anybody's mock boards. For who?
for number 1.
If it's Giants and Raiders, they might go quarterbacks.
well, first round pick has nothing to fucking do with the Heisman.
Well, no,
Well,
I
yeah.
just brought it
Kyle
up.
went into that, but yeah, no. For Heisman, I think
Jeanty's gonna
if
go to the
you
Cowboys. That's kind of where he's gonna go.
Who's getting the
But-
wide receiver from Arizona? That kid's a stud.
Probably someone like Jacksonville.
That kid's
Unless they
incredible.
go quarterback.
yeah, Jacksonville's no, they're gonna be above us. Fucking A, dude. I don't even know.
Okay.
Talk about college football, damn it.
Can someone say one stat that helps Travis's case?
Stat, we gotta stop. I don't know. I mean, if it's,
Plays both sides of the
well,
ball.
yeah. I think
He's
it's
elite
just
at
He has 4 touchdowns, 4 plus
does that-
touchdowns, and he has
He's-
4 plus interceptions. Last time someone did that,
Means he only plays half the game.
Who was the
so
last
you
one
should
who
know
did
all
that?
the stat.
It's just
Who
'cause
was
it's
the last
a
one who
Keith
did
doesn't
that?
mean anything. Yeah, Keith
I know a
Tulip's Hall
guy.
of Famer. Keith Tulip's a
I
Hall
don't
of
know.
Famer.
I
What
think
do you want?
if you guys look at like and
Like, what are we
yeah.
talking about here? Like, you're comparing him to a Hall of Famer right now.
Hall of Fame defensive player.
Doesn't matter.
Wow,
It
you're
doesn't
going back to this
matter.
NFL thing. What the fuck are you
It
talking
doesn't
about?
matter.
If we didn't have a KU person on our podcast, there would be
bring
some type of joy into my
system.
nobody brings up a Keith Lee for a reason.
Today was a bad day.
Anyways, I don't know. I think it's a flip. It's a coin flip, and I will not be mad at either one winning.
I
just
hope
won't.
Genty wins, personally, but
I do
don't
too. That would be
I don't
awesome.
think he'll win. I don't
That's exactly what I think.
Is,
It's group of 5. It's group of 5.
Travis Hunter better than Charles Woodson in college.
That's the thing. It's like he's had such a good season, like Charles Woodson, man, and like I
mean,
because
is
when he
there
was
anything-
injured,
now
man,
this
they
is
just
the
did not
question.
look good
Is there
too.
anything to the
Like
stat padding saying that he's like catching a touchdown, his 3rd touchdown of the game, up 45-0? Like, is that something?
no, I mean it's when you watch Colorado's games this year, he has been like incredible. It's like holy shit. The receiver that doesn't drop for Colorado awaits Travis Hunter. Like, he's done that. He's done so good in coverage. Like, he has done incredible. He is such a ball hawk. Like, to be like that on both sides of the ball.
Are you
Dory
fucking
Jackson wasn't
shit
doing
me?
that. Like, it's just, he's made great impact on the defense and offense that, like, I don't know. I think it's kind of, like I said, it's a coin flip. It's a coin flip. Because, gee. That was crazy.
Chiefs just kicked a field goal to beat the Chargers in the last second.
Go figure. They figure out how to win a win. That's all they do.
It's always a
All
close
they do is
game.
find
It's
win.
always a close
Doesn't
game.
Matter. Doesn't matter.
They're doinked
Doesn't matter.
in.
They find a way.
Yeah,
Still win in though.
doesn't shock me.
But let's look at this bracket real quick.
Dude, he was gone.
Because this is a major topic for the Dude Sports. If I can screen here. So here's our college football bracket. Our first overall seed is the Oregon. Obviously at 13-0, played great against Penn State.
I will say, PC, you are cutting out a tad bit.
Over Texas and over they had a huge win over two. I think yesterday probably was because my internet's off. And it's just how it is. Trying to explain things on this as well just log off because it's just not even working.
I guess we could just, I don't know, talk about it maybe. Maybe that
Ashton-
makes it better. I don't know.
Ashton Genty's good at Boise State. Arizona State played well to get the 4 seed.
Wait, where's Colorado?
Yeah, they're not in here.
Yeah, a team stat.
I thought he missed it.
Jesus Christ.
I thought he missed it.
Hey,
Oh,
but
all the
shout
way up
out
until
SMU
they
for making it over
switched
Alabama.
on that magnet that they have up in the booth, right?
They have to. The Chiefs have to win.
Put in
It's
the
not
call.
good for anybody else.
So, yeah, Georgia is number 2, and then Boise got the 3rd. Arizona got the 4th. It's interesting, I guess. I don't know. I barged in. I don't know if you're done, PC. Or at least.
No, you're good. You're good. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So, yeah, this. I really think that this could be a fun college football playoffs. Because everyone's like, oh, nobody wants to see SMU, Arizona State. Like, no one's watched college football, apparently, this season. Because there's some, like, really fun teams to watch. And I think that they could be decent, especially Arizona State. Arizona State looks really good. Or really sneaky, in my opinion.
They looked really good against Iowa
Their
State in
offense
the
didn't look
championship.
out of touch, especially without their best wide receiver.
I mean, yeah, Scatabo looked good. Their quarterback's nice, and I think he's just a redshirt freshman, if I'm not mistaken. So Levitt or whatever, he looks decent. So that's a fun team. And then, yeah, I guess Clemson, Texas. Clemson won ACC. That was a crazy walk-off 56-yarder for a college kicker. Like, holy shit, in a conference game, championship game. That was cool. Texas, I don't know. Texas is an interesting team. Their resume is kind of weird, but at the same time, they looked pretty decent in the season. And
Their defense is good. Their offense sucks.
I like the receivers, honestly. Their receivers aren't bad. Quinn Ewers is meh.
Yeah, you can have good receivers, but
How tight of
Is-
a leash is he going to be on? Is there a chance that we see like a
No.
Jalen Hurts, Tua Tagovailoa?
I mean,
Hurts
what?
man,
Hurts got
it's
hurt.
gonna be worse.
I
No
don't think
pun
Hurts
intended,
will
but Hurts
win.
got hurt, right? He got. I don't.
No, he
that's
got
so
pulled.
weird to say.
He got pulled from that Georgia game because they were losing in the second half, the semifinal, the 14 playoff.
He got
got pulled.
pulled?
He got pulled and then he transferred to Oklahoma and won the Heisman.
Well, I know he got benched, but I didn't know that game he got pulled. I thought he got hurt in that.
Got pulled.
I don't know.
after.
But anyways, it could happen maybe. College football is crazy, and Sarkisian is not a guy that doesn't have any balls. So that'll be interesting. And then, yeah, they'll go up against Arizona, whoever wins that. That'll be a little fun bracket. And then Ohio State and Tennessee. And Kirk Herbstreit actually said something today that would be pretty interesting in the fact that if Ohio State starts doing pretty bad or whatever after how embarrassing their last loss was, they could be getting booed at their own stadium if they really don't go out in a hot start. And that would be crazy in a playoff game, in my opinion, if they were to get, because there's so many people that want Ryan Day fired. They almost don't even care. At least from what I've seen on Twitter, they don't even really care about the playoffs.
if Ryan Day wins the whole thing, will they want him fired? Or do they hate Michigan that much?
I mean, 0-4. There's like 2 that were like, he could win the national championship, and I hope he goes and gets another job elsewhere. So, like, I don't know that they
Nebraska?
don't like him. Yeah,
Nebraska.
but it's a tough path for them because Tennessee's not bad. Tennessee can run the ball too, so that'll be entertaining. They're gonna have to stop the run, which Ohio State's kind of struggled with this year, especially against Michigan. But yeah, and then the winner of that will go on to Oregon, which, I mean, I don't know if we're going to talk about the Big Ten championship or not. That is an interesting 1 seed. Their offense is really good. Their defense, though, got interest. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
If their offense can stay up with it, it'll be fine. But
That's
yeah,
what I
their
think, yeah.
defense
If they
really-
face a really good
Penn
defense
State
and
threw
get
up
kind
a
of shut down.
bunch of points on them.
Because they had a close game. Who'd they have a close game against? That was not
Like a
good.
Texas defense would be really to last like 10 seconds. Like they had the 12 man on the field or whatever to penalty
Yeah.
instead of having to call a timeout, and it like saved them a timeout, or it was like a huge play. Like Dan Lanning was being really smart. there.
Yeah.
But yeah, their offense
Dan
is
Lanning
great,
is pretty
but
genius.
yeah.
Yeah. that'll be interesting. I think they could get past Tennessee or Ohio State maybe, but that'll be interesting to watch. Then we got SMU. It was between, apparently, according to all the media members, SMU and Alabama. In my opinion, if the committee wanted credibility, SMU did not have a bad enough loss at all. They actually did decent comeback.
And they
remain.
talked about it in the committee report or whatever on ESPN. They said, yeah, if SMU's performance solidified their, position in the playoffs, and I was like, shit, I didn't know I was actually going to be right. Because I said that in the group chat. I was like, the only way they're in there is it because of the comeback they made. And they lost on a field goal, what was it, like 59 yards?
Yeah, the way it was starting, it looked scary.
Said if they lose, that they wouldn't be in.
If they lost, if they lost by the margin that they were down, like by 2 scores, I don't think they probably would have had a chance.
It would have been close.
It would have been really close.
I mean, it kind of would have still been dumb, but it would have been a conversation, I guess, because it would have been
record-wise,
like, okay,
yes, it would have been
good.
dumb.
They looked good in that conference championship game. I liked how they finished the second half. I thought that was a dog fight, low key, because Clemson wasn't really like breaking, but they were bending, and SMU just fell short. Penn State, like I was saying, the Oregon game, they kind of got exposed. Penn State, I like them. Like, their offensive coordinator's decent. They got NFL talent on their defense.
Who's their offensive
Obviously,
coordinator?
Abdul Carter.
Who's their offensive coordinator? Yeah,
You know the last name better than I do, but I know who it is.
Yeah, I know him very well.
Yeah.
I know him so well, actually.
Former KU. Which,
man.
congrats on the movement, I guess, of Grimes.
Oh man, I'm so excited. He retired, and our defensive coordinator retired. Defensive coordinator retired. Borla, get out
And
of here.
we've got Shane Daniels back. It's gonna be a great year next year.
Can anyone beat Oregon?
I think if a good defense happens, I think that
I think if they see
they
them,
can.
Georgia's
if they
path
see,
looks so
if
good.
they see
It
Texas,
looks so good.
If they see Texas in the semifinal, I think Texas' defense can really hold them to it.
Yeah,
Texas' defense is very, very good.
I agree with
on
that.
this side of the bracket, I think that's the best team. to
I
beat
don't know how I
Oregon
feel
is
about
this
Dylan
Texas
Gabriel
Longhorns.
winning a national championship. Like,
I don't
that
think
sits
he's got
wrong
enough
with
in
me.
him for it to win.
Sits
Yeah.
very wrong with
He was
me.
good last year, and I doubted him last
He was
year,
so good
actually,
that
but
he
did good.
actually lost to KU. He lost a game to KU. He was so good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, I mean, that was when
to
KU
Jason-
wasn't washed.
When
But anyways,
Jason Bean, the hero. Jason Bean, hero
Shut
of
up.
KU.
but
How's
then we
the
got
LSU Tigers, Nick?
also washed.
Make
Anyways,
sure we're on the same page.
yeah, no, fuck Brian Kelly. Third seed Boise State. Ooh, group of 5 being a bye. That's nasty.
Give them a
This
trophy.
Boise
They
State team
almost
looks
beat
fun.
Oregon.
They're good. The only team they
They
lost to
look
was
fun.
an Ohio State team at Ohio
Oregon.
State.
Oregon.
They lost
At
to
Oregon.
At Oregon.
They
Yeah,
almost
But I mean, it was a
Oregon.
close game.
Yeah,
It was a
how
close
can you-
game,
yeah,
and I mean,
they deserve
they
that
ran their
spot.
schedule. Yeah, they
Yeah,
did
but
good.
they almost let
Plus
UNLV
5,000.
beat them. Not actually
lot.
beat them,
Look
but
at-
they let UNLV kind of chip away.
I mean, they played good both games, and it was like 20 degrees. Players got
UNLV also
hurt.
has a good defense. Well, no.
Yeah, UNLV's not a bad team. I mean,
Lost to
yeah,
Syracuse
honestly.
at home.
And Syracuse beat Cam Ward. Shout out Syracuse.
Where's Syracuse in this playoff conversation?
They're ranked.
Well, if they wouldn't have
23.
thrown
Hey.
3 pick sixes to Pitt.
Dabo State
Fucking
can happen.
That
Oh my
I
God.
remember that
Thank you,
game.
Syracuse.
That's the most memorable game I watched this season. Was Pitt
Dude,
versus
ESPN
Syracuse.
didn't even want to commentate because Kyle McCord was doing so bad that game.
And what's else? What else is going on?
Yeah, they're like, I'm not even going to talk about it. Anyways, yeah, so Boise State, they're a fun team. Ashton Jeanty, hell yeah. Like I said, if he wins Heisman, fuck yeah. Shout out group of 5. I love it. They're the 3rd seed. Should be fun. I wish it was low-key at the blue field for a home game. That would be
Doesn't that
hilarious.
stink? Well, we get a whiteout. We get a whiteout, right? Or
Oh, yeah.
We did
Penn
get
State.
a whiteout at Penn State.
Yeah, they'll do something
The
crazy.
home venues
No, we
are
don't.
very
No, we
good
don't.
with
No, we
Notre
don't.
Dame,
No, we
Penn
don't.
State, Ohio State.
No, we don't. We don't get a
Texas.
whiteout. It's
I mean,
11 a.m.
maybe they do it.
They already announced it.
Look at
They announced
this.
on their
Look
Twitter
at
that
the.
they're going to do whiteout.
Okay, in
They're
the
gonna do a
daytime.
whiteout. That's literally
In the
what they
They've
did.
done it
daytime.
before.
Yes.
They have done it before,
They don't
actually.
care.
they
It's the first ever college 12.
The
home
whiteout.
field
I'm a
advantage. They
whiteout.
do the
I'm a
best
daytime
thing.
whiteout. It's not the
Gotta
same
love the Big
thing.
Ten.
Because Penn State is known for their whiteouts, and it's the first time that we have home field advantage.
I
for
don't think
college
that's the
ball
only thing
playoff.
Penn State's known for.
The biggest thing they're known
Yeah.
for in college football.
No, I don't think that's the biggest thing they're known for in college football.
We're gonna watch Notre Dame
Joe
destroy.
Paterno.
We're talking about Trace McSorley. All right.
Oh,
So
we're-
Indiana and Notre Dame. We got the Fighting Irish going
Whiteout.
against the
You're too
Indiana
close. You're too
Hoosiers.
close to the mic.
Yeah, I know. For good
No.
reason.
Yeah.
I think that
This is gonna be a
Indiana
blowout.
Is
It's
yeah.
a blowout.
Yeah, it's not going to be close.
I
Notre
don't
Dame
like
is
this
number
Indiana team
7.
at all.
Are you kidding me?
Their offensive coordinator is LSU's offensive coordinator last year. He is a
Their
good
team
offensive
is full of
coordinator,
Olympic
and-
athletes.
Yeah, and the secondary for Indiana after the Ohio State game is fucking 7-11, always open receivers. It's not looking good for Indiana. Who knows though? I like the coach. You know, Google me. Shout out Kurt Signelli. Or I hope
Their
that's his name.
offense is okay, but they
But-
just can't. Their defense will die.
Oh yeah, Notre Dame will probably put up points, and then Georgia will be interesting because they lost Carson Beck potentially, at least for the first game, probably. So that will be.
I don't know, dude. That kid,
Georgia's defense is good.
The fact that kid got
Georgia-
up after that hit in the game, I was like, okay, this guy may be for real.
Yeah,
that's
I forgot who their
ridiculous.
backup. I forgot what his name was, but yeah, he took a huge hit and still in it. So they got dogs, and well, we lost our source, but that's
Our source
the
is gone.
playing field. I don't know. I'm interested in this playing field because, like I said, Oregon is really good on offense, but if they can't put up points, their defense is intimidating. So in the bad way, I guess. So I don't know. It'll be a fun, I think, open college football playoff this year.
What's
I can't
exciting?
really say.
What's exciting about the college football scene is that a lot of people forget that these are college teams. These are not NFL teams. There's no more offense is really good, defense is really good. You don't get those anymore. One is completely better than the other. Like in a serious factor.
Sure. Yeah,
Like-
Bama. I mean, it's like Saban Bama was fucking.
Sure,
That's
in
days.
Saban Bama, but that was at the time where Saban could pay for players and not get caught. Now we're having more teams get their, top guys to their programs, and more disparities going.
Oh
between
yeah,
each
yeah,
other.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I
So
kinda get what you're
absolutely.
saying. Yeah.
Like in the
Yeah.
NFL, like when the Super
There's
Bowl's
no
on, it's the
OP
Chiefs,
offense
it's
and
the
defense.
it's the 49ers, it's the Ravens, and they're both, respectable both sides of the defense. Now one's going to be better than the other, but they're closer to each other than the college football teams. Like Georgia has never had a fantastic offense, but when they won their championships, their defense was ridiculous. Ridiculous. I mean, we saw what happened last year.
Yeah.
What, 7 points is what they gave up? Or not last year.
Not last year, yeah, a couple years ago.
To
Against
TCU, 2 years ago.
But I mean, they were even balling on offense in that
Yeah,
one.
that's
Made
because
Stetson Bennett
the
actually look
disparity,
halfway
that
decent.
Georgia team was silly.
Yeah, they had
But how many
decent receivers then,
turnovers did they
but-
have? It was,
Now known as the Philadelphia Eagles.
There is an insane amount of Jalen Carter. Yeah, I forgot his last name, but yeah, dude, they got a ton of Georgia defenders from that team. I mean, Georgia's still good this year on defense. I mean, it'll be tough to get through Georgia for sure. But I mean, yeah, this is wide
I
open.
will be intrigued to see what Tennessee does, because Tennessee is that
I
team.
like Tennessee's team. I
that
don't know their
They
quarterback.
have
man.
losses, but they can just show up whenever they want to.
Yeah.
And without
Nico-
Alabama, because the thing about Alabama is that Alabama's a bipolar team, and they can be the best team on the planet, or they can be the worst SEC team you've ever seen. right? They can go out and lose to
Yeah.
Vanderbilt, or they can only score 3 points against a really bad Oklahoma
that Oklahoma
team.
loss was awful.
It was awful.
They looked
That
horrific.
if they would have lost that game by, if they would have scored 20 points and lost by a score, they'd be in right now. Do you think that's right? I mean, I think that's true.
I mean, that
That
Oklahoma team
loss
was bad,
was-
so that loss in general would have hurt them. But
Well,
the way they lost, I was like, "There's no way."
I mean,
it maybe would have been consideration.
Their
if they lost
wins,
close.
their wins are so good that they were like, okay, the only way they don't get in is if they lose by a ridiculous amount to a bad team. Not a bad team, but a team that shouldn't beat them by 30 points. And that's what they did.
They were 3 touchdown favorites in that game, by the way.
Yeah,
too.
and
So,
it blew it for them. And
It
I'm
was
not trying to
terrible, so-
advocate, because I was kind of advocating for their wins last night, and that's only because I thought SMU was just going to get smoked out of the water. And
Yeah, I had faith. I was like, with the buys of the conference championships, there's no way you can just devalue a conference championship appearance like that. Like, that was kind of my whole thing. I was like, they play a good game. Like you said, if it would have been a blowout, then sure, there's always that with the college football committee. But they looked good last night in the second half. Fell short, but I think that they at least showed that it's their first year in the ACC
So
too. and
college
they ran the
basketball
table.
has like the quad 4 wins and that kind of stuff. Is that something that you see them implementing in the college football playoff going forward, or is it just going to be these 30 white guys?
Not
that
not
never
not
grow up,
until
that are
not
eight
until
years
the
old?
other 2 Power 4 conferences become as good as, like, close to the Big Ten and Big SEC.
Yeah, I mean, plus, like, the strength of schedule is kind of what I think got a little bit discredited in this.
It did,
Yes,
because
Bama did
Alabama
face
should have
better
been in.
players. And in that context, yeah, but also they did kind of face Mercer and stuff, so, like, it's kind of
Yeah,
a
which is like, why?
balance
Why
thing.
do you face Mercer?
I fucking hate
Like,
the
it
SEC,
makes no
honestly,
sense.
besides Tigers. But, yeah, I think
Who have a
Bama-
home and home against the Citadel 2026, 2027?
Hey, we do face Clemson first night. Brian Kelly, your life is on the line. Anyways, I think that it was close. Like, if it would have been close if they wouldn't have lost Oklahoma for sure. Like, especially two-loss team. I think, honestly, I don't know. I think you could definitely put Bama in that context, but that loss to Oklahoma
SEC
was
team, Alabama, who beat Georgia and LSU.
Georgia, LSU. I mean, LSU
also
wasn't great,
beat-
but they worked them. And Mizzou, that was ranked.
The Mizzou thing is
South Carolina, that's a good win. I mean, yeah, that was just that was tough. And then, like, the whole thing, like, I saw a lot too, like Miami being left out. Why was Miami left out? I'm like, A, they didn't play a conference championship, and B, like, especially compared to SMU, you lost to an at the moment unranked Syracuse. Shout Q's, but
no, they're a
yeah.
good team. Syracuse
And
is
then
good.
you lost to an unranked Georgia Tech in 2 out of the 3 final weeks.
Would Ohio State be a better team with Kyle McCord?
No. Oh. I mean, dude, listen.
He was the problem last year. Like, that team had Marvin Harrison, Igbuka, like, fucking wide receivers galore.
I mean, dude,
and
Will
he
Howard's
literally
not
just
much,
was
I mean, listen,
throwing it.
if Will Howard even gets to the semifinal, I will cry.
Yeah.
Because I know
it's
all
just-
about that kid. And he's a clown.
He's so
He's a
yeah. They need a new quarterback. They're just the
Like
last
that
2 years for
that
quarterbacks.
Underwood kid, he's pretty good. He may shape it up.
Oh, he's actually going to Michigan. You fucktard.
Oh, that's right. He's going to Michigan.
yeah.
Yeah, Michigan's the one that paid, what, $10 million?
Paid
to him?
$12.5 million, bro. 12.5.
When
I
did
was like,
Michigan
yeah.
have this money?
Brady, Portnoy talked to a billionaire apparently. Fuck that blobfish, dude.
better listen
Yeah,
to us,
dude,
Dave.
bunch of
Dave, you
bullshit.
better
And he
listen to
talked to
us.
Tom. He had like FaceTimes
We're
to Tom
coming
Brady.
for you, brother.
Fuck you, Dave. Anyways, I don't know, man. Yeah, that was a tough outbidding. LSU got a decent draft class, but, like, yeah, Shaquille O'Neal is going out looking for women and DJ Diesel rather than helping his own fucking alumni. Fuck you, Shaq.
Ben Simmons.
He's not even going to have money soon, man. He's going to be playing in Europe. He's got bigger fish to fry. Odell's the only one doing anything, and he's on a wobbled leg, man.
Does Mike the
Cut the
Tiger
man
not
some
have a
slack.
good?
catches today against the Jets.
We don't even have Mike the Tiger. We bought a fucking fake-ass tiger at Tiger Stadium.
Where's Mike the Tiger?
Named fucking, like... Apparently, the governor did not want him to come. What, Mike Tiger 5 or 6 now? My uncle... I'm going to get so much hate for not knowing that, but... Yeah, dude, it's just... This LSU season's such a fucking letdown, man.
Well,
I think we'll do decent next year.
We can
but
move
yeah.
on to the college basketball scene. I don't want to move
Oh,
on
yeah.
without PC, but hey, PC, if you're listening,
Hey, we could start with other games and then pop on and just make them immediately saddened. I think that's the best way we can go about it.
No, it's not sad. It's disappointment. Very much
Hey,
disappointment.
Otto Graham had 3 touchdowns and 3 rush in the air and on the ground. Fuck.
Otto Graham.
Otto Graham did it.
Let's talk
Don't
about
say no one's ever
SEC
done
versus ACC. What a
Thanks, Scott Van Pelt.
fantastic week of SEC
For what?
and ACC. What happened to the
yeah.
What happened to the ACC? Duke is carrying. Duke and Clemson.
Surprise.
Yeah, Auburn and Kentucky were the only 2 SEC teams to
The
lose.
top
That's
5
so
teams. That's so
insane. Yeah.
funny. It's
The
so
guys that were like, "Oh yeah, those are the dogs." Nope, they lost. Kentucky had a really good game though against Gonzaga. We can give them that. But yeah, the ACC and SEC challenge was wacky. I mean, Duke's a good team, but yeah, Kentucky's loss was kind of funny against who the
It was
fuck
so
Oh
silly.
yeah, Clemson. Yeah,
They
that's
haven't
just-
been there
yeah.
since what, 1931? Kentucky?
Yeah, that's.
And then they show up and they get killed by some white boy with a goofy haircut.
The thing is, that dude didn't even do good. He got
No,
rebounds, but he was like 1 for
stank.
7, and
And I was
still,
like, I knew this kid was
They
good.
pushed
but
through. Kirk Krissa fucking sucks, bro. I remember wanting him on Xavier last year, and that dude is not good. Not good. One of my like 5 favorite basketball teams, by the way. But yeah, LSU beat Florida State. Go Tigers. And then what else happened in that?
Tyrese Proctor.
Oh yeah, Duke, I guess, won their game against Auburn. Looked pretty good. Isaiah Evans, man. Shout out Isaiah Evans. That was a good performance. He needs some more minutes, honestly. I liked, didn't look too bad.
Who's number 10?
But number 10 on Auburn. Not
the kid
Pettiford.
Pettiford, who should have been
3
on KU?
names. No,
Should've been KU?
that's number 0. I don't know. He has got 3 names. Hold up.
Branson kid
Burn.
from Missouri.
Ross.
No, he's from Alabama. No, he's in Alabama now. I'm
Huh.
thinking of another kid.
Interesting. But
Not KU.
yeah,
You have a bunch of
they
kids that are really
they
good
really
and they
didn't.
play.
They shut down Auburn's game plan. Auburn kind of tried to come back, but I thought that they did a really good job in the end. Duke, at least, kind of just closing out the game. I am goofy because I'm looking at their football roster, but let's see. Pettiford. Chad Baker Mazzara is his name, by the way. That is number 10.
Chad Baker. Mazzara.
Chad Baker Mazzara.
Chet or Chad?
Chad. CHAD.
What a name. That's a
Yeah,
brother named Chad.
interesting. But yeah, Chad from the
Brother
Dominican
named Chad.
Republic, even crazier.
Oh.
But yeah,
There's like a
that
brother
is
named Chad in the States. That's
yeah,
insane. It's
Yeah.
insane respect. To name a dude
no
Chad.
kidding.
Justin
But,
Jefferson, first wide receiver to have 7,000 yards in first 5 seasons.
Hell yeah, bro, wide receiver, you never doubt it. But yeah, that was a good performance. I think though, I guess we can go into their Louisville performance because I would like to say something. I was kind of watching that game. Cooper Flagg was backing down the paint, doing all that. He looked good. He had a good game when he was backing down, when he was going in the post, man. I like him just down low, and
He's good
he
in
can
the
shoot.
post. He's a
but
natural
He can shoot,
post.
and you can put him in the post, and he will do
Make him
great.
be a stretch forward. Make him be a
I
stretch
think-
forward.
Yeah, honestly.
Give
like,
Proctor
if
the
he's-
outside area.
if he
It's so
has
easy.
what they gave Josh Smith, kind of like the pass the ball down low and you go do whatever the fuck you want to do. Like, Josh Smith was really good in that. I think
Isn't
he
that
could
like
be
a
one of the better
dying
players in
position,
that. Josh Smith really couldn't shoot the three all that crazy consistent, though. So I think that he can do that mixed with a three ball, and I think you got a really good player there. Plus, he's a nice defender. I think he's a solid defender, too. He's got
He
length
is a
and
big
arms.
body. And
He's the number
not-
one.
Doesn't have to guard the biggest guy on the floor with
Yeah.
the current roster.
Yeah, I mean, that draft class is really good, but there's a reason why this guy is, like, projected to be the number one of a really good draft class. I really like what I've seen from Flag. Con Canoopel, I think he's a 2-year player. I think he's not bad, but he needs another year. I can see some stuff where he could be a lottery pick, but he needs another year. He is raw at the moment, especially just kind of shooting him out of games sometime a little bit, which is a little scary. Flag comes back. Proctor's been a great, was he second-year guy? No? Question mark?
Proctor's a third-year guy. He's a junior.
He's third? Okay. He's, at this point, yeah, he's a really good vet for that team then right now, for sure. I like him a
It was
lot.
Caleb Foster's second year.
Yeah, and he's not been too bad, but, it's his second year. He could potentially grow. I've seen sophomore slumps that have looked pretty good junior year before, so not too bad. But, yeah, Duke's been playing pretty decent. They're not a bad team. They not invincible looking, obviously, but, I mean, they look pretty decent, especially if they kind of play Flag how he played today. I think they can win a lot of games because I think he was in the right role and he was doing well. So yeah, Duke's a pretty good team. And then let's see, Slew, rest in peace, Slew. They just look goofy. And then let's see what else happened. Gonzaga and Kentucky was a good game. That was they came back from 16 points down, Kentucky, on their first year with Mark Pope off of Calipari, and they look like a fun team. I like the Kentucky
really
team.
like
They,
Mark Pope. I really like Mark
I do too.
Because he's a coach. He's a coach.
They had
he's not a
they
recruiter.
didn't even have the guy they got from San Diego State, Lamont Butler. They didn't have him playing, and he's been doing good all year. It did not matter. The next man up, Mark Pope, sent a guy out. Chrisa didn't have a terrible game. He did get injured, but yeah, he that's a fun team right there. They came back against Gonzaga, who kind of just, 16 points is just, no matter how you put it, a complete collapse. That's crazy. But yeah, they don't look terrible. Gonzaga, that's a big blow though. UConn, I do know that they had a couple of decent wins this week against Baylor and Texas. They look pretty good against. Trey Johnson's been going off a lot of points. They played not bad. I think they're definitely not fraud. This is definitely Dan Hurley's rawest team in the last 3 seasons, I'd say. They're really still getting it together, but they're not bad.
They like
wins.
to play basketball until Dan Hurley kind of gets under their skin and say, you're not loving basketball. You have to live basketball. Because if you want to play for Dan Hurley's team, you have to live basketball. You can't love to play it. If you're a Dan Hurley player, you hate basketball. It's your life. Because that's how he coaches. And I'm just saying that because, listen, he's a dick coach, first of all. And he deserves a tech every single game
he's the best kind of asshole coach, though.
Sure, but he deserves
good.
He deserves to get kicked out of every single game he coaches. Because
the refs have been dog shit this year too, so shout out Jan Curley.
Refs have?
Yes.
Refs, no.
Horrific.
Oh, well, okay.
Horrific
anyways,
refs. So many judgment calls. So many fucking judgment calls.
Sure.
It's ridiculous.
Look
at the rule book.
Sure,
Look at the rule book.
I do know
stop
the rule
making
book.
judgment
No,
calls.
I'm not going to. I'm not going to.
I'm sick of this shit.
I am not going to.
I want a player to swing on a motherfucker.
I am not going to sit
Go
here
ahead.
and defend the balls and strikes that the officiates have called this season because they're not good. You want to know why, Nick? Because they're all a bunch of political guys that get into the system. They manage the game well. Their balls and strikes stink. That's what they are. The only thing they can do is manage a game. They know the clock. They know the rules, and that's all they do. They know how to give out tees. They don't know how to call balls and strikes. You want to know where all the balls and strikes
Like to
guys
hear
are?
Kyle start
They're
talking about
all
a
in the
surgeon. Be
A10.
like,
They're all in the Mountain West. All
they
of the
do
really
is they
good
cut
guys
people
are
open,
in the
they
Mountain
use the
West.
scalpel, they put them to sleep. It's all they do. They cut them open. They fix them how they need to fix them. They know what they need to do. They figure it out. It's all they got to do.
So until-
they do what they have to do. They
So-
do their job.
Until
Now they're political.
until
They just can't go cutting open anybody.
until they get the guys who can call the balls and strikes right, then we will be happy with it. Okay?
Hey, I believe in your generation, Kyle. Do not let me down. When my kids are
If
going and
I-
looking up at players, I don't want ref shows.
If I am in,
I want good
if I'm
officiating.
reffing D1 basketball, that would be incredible. First of all, that would be absolutely phenomenal.
Kyle, NBA,
You would have to-
NHL,
I would
NFL,
no more fantasy leagues. No more I wouldn't have to do. I can't do fantasy. I still can't do fantasy right now. Actually,
That's the thing stopping you from your dream job.
No,
is
no,
fantasy
no.
football.
maybe it is. Maybe it is. Maybe it is.
Like you're like, yeah, congrats on your
It's-
promotion,
it's
Kyle.
not
It's like
my-
I
it's not my-
can't do it, man. I just signed up for my 15th fantasy season.
I signed a 15-year contract with the Dudes of Sports.
I can't download this. I can't delete this app, man. You gotta understand it. I can't stop the gambling.
Sure, but yeah, Dan Hurley, congrats.
But
to,
yeah,
having a good
I will
team.
say he does go crazy against
He's
it.
never going to
Devil's
Hawaii
advocate.
again in his life.
The crazy thing is he said that before. He totally said it before because it's the Yukon and on the other side. And then everyone didn't say a peep. But then all craziness happened because Dan Hurley
Really?
fucking
So
Dan
he
Hurley.
said it before?
You can
the
look at an
tournament?
article that said he won't play the MTE, whatever it's called, and it will be a
Really?
date before that happened. I swear to
Goodness,
God.
what
I saw it
does
on Twitter.
misinformation do to you?
That's what I'm saying, man. But anyways, UConn doesn't look going in a full circle here after 3 different rants. UConn doesn't look like a bad team. Let's see. I guess that's a lot of the headlines that we want. Do we want to talk about a number 1 ranked team
Nope.
at this point?
I mean, we can.
No?
Do you want me to? Do you want me to
Are
bring
you
it
gonna
up?
pull the trigger?
Because PC's not in here, and he can, if he joins, it'll be
you
over.
might end your rant. You might end your rant by the time he comes in.
He just updated, said his internet's shit.
Shout out PC McDonald's Internet.
It's Take
your time.
I
Take your
never
time.
want to question a really good coach in Bill Self. I actually know Bill Self, mutually. I've talked to him plenty of times. I've spoken to him about his team. I spoke
Great
this
family
year
man.
about his team. And do you know what Bill Self told me? He told me
Himself, great guy, wonderful guy.
You know what Bill Self told me? He said we have a lot of good scorers, and I think we know how to use them the right way.
That was in 2012.
That's actually a very honest answer, P4, because that was the last time we were able to use a lot of good scorers the right way. The offense is outdated. It's over. The times of settling for the right shot is done. It's over. Because when you do that, when you settle for the right shot and you don't, get a shot you want to take, you then end up not having free throws go your way because you don't drive to the basket and get a bucket. And you end up doing this flippity-floppity pass around, tip and toe, and then you don't get the shot you want to have. So the offense is outdated, and we saw that twice against Creighton and against Missouri. Number 2, Zeke, I love you, bro. You are a homie. You have got to figure it out because the competitiveness is getting to you right now.
Zeke,
This is like if
It's
J-Mo was on
actually
the
right
Titans,
here,
bro.
It's actually right here, and he knows it too. It's right here. It's eye to eye, and he knows it too.
this is my address. If you have a problem with me,
Hello, Zeke. This is Zeke.
It's
Listen, you
just,
fuckhead.
The Creighton game, 35% from the field is ridiculous. It's ridiculous. And against, oh,
See what
man.
I'm saying, man? Just
Perfect
good
timing.
transition. Good transition.
You know what? We don't need your mic or your camera. Actually, we don't
Just-
need anything.
Just mime out. Sadness.
Yeah, against Creighton, they shot awful. If DeJuan Harris is the one who has the most shot attempts, it's not a good game. In Missouri, 15 turnovers in the first half is silly. That's insane. The fact that actually is a stat that is under Bill Self's resume is ridiculous. And the fact that Bill Self didn't call a timeout and pull down their pants and spank their bottoms after 10 turnovers but before the 10-minute mark is pretty ridiculous. I would have gotten those boys to be so scared to have a turnover because
Dan
that's
Hurley,
ridiculous,
man. Dan
especially against a Missouri team. Now I get it. Scoop had a lot of points. If you don't know who Scoop is, it's Tamar Bates. That's what we called him in high school. Tamar Bates, 30 points.
I would have known that.
He knew him personally.
I mean, what else do you want me to do? It was a silly thing. KU had a better field goal. They made more field goals in the game. They made more threes. They out-rebounded Mizzou, yet they lost by 9 points. Now, I get it. Their second half was better, but 22 turnovers is silly. It's a silly thing, and it's actually a disgrace to the program, is what it is. 22 turnovers? You know who does that? Teams like Marshall or Jackson State. That's who turns the ball over 22 times. Maybe in Oklahoma State once in a while.
15 in the first half.
I mean, that's silly. Are you kidding me?
15 in the first half.
So, and I get
There
it.
was a possession where it was six turnovers in a row.
And I get it. Bill Self is trying to be
Made by
nicer.
veterans.
He's trying to be kinder. But, sometimes Bill Self has to, get a little red. I know he's got that stent in his heart. I know he's got a little heart problems. But you gotta kind of get a little bit. You kind of gotta grab him. You kind of gotta go up to Hunter Dickinson and grab him by the chest and say, you better figure it out, you punk. You better get this team to
7
figure it
foot.
out. You better grab DeJuan Harris and say, if you ever do that again in Columbia, Missouri, the meth town of the United States, I will personally put you up on a hill and I will whip you. It is unbelievable. I mean, this is KU basketball, dude. It's not for the sensitive. It's not. This is real life. And we need to get these guys into shape. We're not going to
KU
lose
or
to Missouri. We're not going to get 30 balled in the first half. It's unbelievable is what it is.
You guys did.
Yeah, they're terrible. It was, yeah. I mean,
PC,
I almost
your
turned
thoughts?
it off when they're down 21. It is what it is. It reminds you of last year's season.
You know what I
There's no
said
shooting
last
off the
season? You know what I said
bench.
last
There's
podcast?
transfers that can't shoot.
Remember what I said? They're playing a lot like last season, but they keep winning. Guess what happened? They're losing.
KJ's non-existent on the floor. Hunter Dickinson, I don't know if he's trying to shoot the three ball more or shoot inside. If he tries to shoot high inside, he still can't do anything. DeJuan having this many turnovers in the first half was nuts. Especially as a veteran point guard.
I have a
the
question.
transfers didn't show up.
I have a question.
It's just been bad.
KJ Adams has not attempted a three-pointer yet this season.
He shouldn't. He shouldn't attempt one.
How
all
many
year.
free throws did he shoot today?
I don't know, because that's the only way he can score any points.
4. Shot 4. Go to the basket. If you're not going to shoot a three-pointer, you might as well just drive. If you're that good at making buckets around the rim, just go. Go!
Drive yourself all the way to Manhattan and play for the fucking Wildcats.
Nah, they have Coleman Hawkins.
Yeah, they're
It's actually impossible.
they're actually,
idiot.
you know, K-State's actually using my tax
They're
dollars
actually terrible.
to pay for Coleman Hawkins.
They're terrible. But I mean,
Shout out Tigers. Got that
you
dub
thought-
against
you thought
Wildcats.
KU would show up against Mizzou after the embarrassment at Creighton, and they didn't. They straight up didn't. Mizzou came.
Remember the time we said, man, we'd rather
that
lose to
building was
Creighton than lose to Missouri? Well, PC,
Oh, yeah,
we
it's
lost to
happened.
both.
You guys are.
And
what
we found a way to
weak
play
difference a week
worse.
can make.
We found a way to play worse.
There's only one benefit to this, and that this happened in December and not end of February. There's still time to fix this.
Yeah, but it's not really.
And I'm not
It's not.
saying it's not gonna be, but like to get a number 1 seed, you need to have 4 losses. And not saying KU's only gonna have 2 losses in the Big 12 because that's probably not happening. They'll probably have 4 or 5 away games, especially. But like, I don't know. There's still a chance that they fix this and it's okay. Maybe getting those transfers some experience. Zeke really never played against anybody that's had any experience, right? I mean,
Any
the guy
physicality
you're really-
at all.
Well, the one guy you're like, what the hell, is Riley Griffith, who played at Alabama in a Final Four team last year and just looked lost out there. Like, I was like, dude, like, this is an environment that's crazy, but you've played in this. You played in these high-stake games. What's going on? AJ Storr, I mean,
It's because the offense is
Went
outdated.
off.
The offense is outdated,
I did see
and
that. He looked
and
bad.
it's all about roles, and the
He didn't
roles
play
aren't
well.
there. They just
because
let him
Dickinson
play.
doesn't play as a big. He plays as a, tries to be Cooper Flag. Tries to shoot the ball all the time. Run to the rim, you're 7 fucking
Hunter
foot.
Dickinson.
What the fuck?
Newsflash. You're not Cooper Flag.
Yeah, no shit. Crazy, once in a generational talent. Wow, there's somebody that's not like him. Unbelievable.
At least he's in
Still
the right
ended up
blue.
losing.
It's just the fact that we made this
So fucking
performance, and we let a team who has fans that wear William Quantrill shirts to games, which is ridiculous. And if you don't know who William Quantrill is, I'm not going to tell you about it. A really bad guy.
This is
Really
We
bad.
went to middle school together.
Really, no. William Quantrill was a very bad person for the Civil War. He lived in Missouri, something like that. Kansas people know.
Along the lines.
Kansas,
Some
it
shit.
is what it is. But so you guys talk about any of the?
Do we have top fives? Do we have our top fives for the
We went
dudes?
Gonzaga, Kentucky, and all that stuff. Oh shit,
Okay.
top 5.
Well, I can do a top. I have a quick top 5. I can go through if you want to, or you just want to move on to UFC. We are going pretty long.
We'll do-
here,
Just,
but-
just do a quick top five.
5, sure.
All right, I got a quick top 5 here for you.
Let me come look.
Yeah. Kyle, do you have yours? I'm pulling mine up.
I have mine. I don't have it pulled up because I have too many other things pulled up, but I do have mine like in front of me.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, you can just go ahead. I'll pull mine up here real quick. I was just making sure I have it correct from last week or whatever.
Are you gonna go first? I kind of have an idea from what I'm seeing.
Yeah, Kyle, if you want to go, or whoever wants to go, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, I'll go. I think Tennessee stays at 1. Good team. I mean, dude, it's so silly. But I think you got to put Iowa State at 2,
Yeah.
which is silly. But they didn't do any silly things this week. Oh my gosh. I mean, do you... Okay, I'll say my 1, 2, 3. 1 is Tennessee, 2 is Iowa State, number 3 is Duke, number 4 is Auburn, number 5.
What?
So continue, and then I'll go over mine. Sorry, that just... Okay, go ahead.
Number 5 is Marquette.
So you had what? You had
Tennessee,
Tennessee...
Iowa State,
Yeah.
Duke. Auburn, Marquette. I know it's a two-loss team at number 4 or number 3.
Even
Three.
number 3 in the nation. I can't put Duke at high. They lost to KU. They've had 2 losses.
Yeah, but KU
against good
stank.
teams, but they're not top. It doesn't.
Who cares?
It makes the win even worse.
But
That's what I'm saying.
but I'm not guessing
talking
the
about
I'm
here?
not guessing
Duke
the
is a good team. They're a top 10 team. They're not a top 5 team. They're not. My order
Sure.
goes like this, pretty simple. I'm the same with you in 1 and 2.
Sure, they beat a
I've got
really good
Tennessee.
Auburn team. Remember the time we said that Auburn was clearly the number 1, one of the best teams
They're
we've
the
ever
number
seen?
3 team. In the
They're
nation.
still a good
They're the
team.
number 3.
They put a
Actually, number
great
4.
game up.
Actually, no, I probably put them at 3, even though Kentucky lost. I put Kentucky at 4. I've got Tennessee, then I've got Iowa State, I've got Auburn at 3. Yep, Kentucky at 4, and then I've got Marquette at 5. That's my top 5 personally. Marquette has great wins. They lost to Iowa State in a really close game. Doesn't drop them that much. I have Iowa State at 5. So I should probably switch. I probably put no, Kentucky lost. I'll put Auburn over. Auburn at 3, Kentucky at 4, and then Marquette at 5.
You know what really sucks is that's like literally exactly what I was fucking thinking.
Yeah.
So like, yeah,
Duke,
I mean,
Duke is a
Tennessee,
top 5 team.
They're just on the outside.
This
They're
is-
just on the
this is
outside.
not
They're
me-
like 7 or 8. They're
This
not
is
top 5.
this is not me picking for the
I had 2
committee.
losses.
This is what I think right now. And I know Duke has been a better team than what their record shows. And I think they're the 3rd best team in the country.
I mean,
They've been very good. They are a top 10 team. They are a national championship contending team. Are they better than those 5 teams that I listed? No, not right now.
Yeah.
They're not better than
Maybe
Tennessee.
in the future.
If
no.
Tennessee played Duke right
What?
now, they would beat them.
No, I think Tennessee would.
Tennessee would
It'd
win
be pretty
that.
close.
Yeah.
It'd be
Yeah, it
pretty
doesn't matter.
close.
Close only works in horseshoes and hand grenades, bro.
Yeah.
Like, what are we talking
Tennessee.
about? They have 2
Right now,
losses
we're
against
talking about. You're talking
Oregon.
about hypotheticals, Kyle. You've talked about hypotheticals like 90% of this podcast, bro. What has happened right now? Tennessee has not had a loss, and they look really good while doing it, and like while winning, I should say. And like they played great defense. They're definitely the number 1 overall. Iowa State had a loss against fucking Auburn.
Oh, they beat. Yeah,
And
lost
yeah, they had a
Auburn.
loss against Auburn, but they beat
Overtime
Marquette.
in Bowie.
And Marquette's a really good team. They showed out really good against Wisconsin. Had a really good win. And yeah, Iowa State should be number 2. Auburn, they had a loss against Duke. Sure, Duke is a nice team, but I think that Auburn's resume, if they would have beat Duke, would be an automatic. They would
That's a
automatically make the
hypothetical. That's a
tournament.
hypothetical. That's a hypothetical.
Well, if they would have been great. But I'm just saying that like their resume is so stacked right now, even with a loss to Duke, it is still a top 3 team. And like,
That's
yeah.
a fair statement, but saying
Yes.
that if they would have beat Duke, they'd be better.
If I wouldn't have said that, my statement still stands. I was just giving it
There's
context.
1 left. There's 1
But
left.
like, that's what I was thinking before that game. And like,
And they lost to
Auburn's
Cameron
still.
Indoor, which is
and then after it, I thought Duke's a top 5 team.
Okay,
I mean,
don't want top
Kentucky-
5 for
We
you.
haven't
Kentucky's
even
head-to-head.
gone. We haven't even gotten to
I think it's-
P4's top
Kentucky
5.
beat them outright.
What
Duke,
God.
St. John's,
Yeah.
Syracuse.
Rick Pitino.
That's our classic top 5 there. No, Duke's not better than Tennessee based on resume right now. Iowa State.
I think it's like between Kentucky and Duke. And Kentucky
don't
edges
think
out because
they're
I'm
better.
heads and heads. Head to
I
head.
think it's
They're
close,
not
but-
better than Auburn. I would like you, Nick Howard, and PC on record on the podcast saying that Duke is not better than Auburn.
At this current moment, they are not better.
Their resume, yeah.
This current moment.
Okay,
I'm not
but 2
saying
days
at the end
ago
of the
they
year.
were. 2 days ago they were, but at this moment they're not.
So Creighton is better than Duke, and Mizzou is better than Duke.
Yeah, because they beat Kansas.
Yep. Think about it.
That's-
Think about it.
that's
Keep going.
MMA.
Oh no 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 no!
No, that's
Creighton is
what you're
better than
saying.
Kansas, I will agree with. Creighton's better than Kansas.
Who beat Duke? Who is better, or who Kansas is better than?
This is college basketball.
Doesn't matter.
See, the thing is that the resumes
lost.
don't care. It doesn't matter about the resumes. It really doesn't because teams can flip and flop.
Well, what the fuck are we doing a top 5 for?
At the
What
beginning
fuck?
of the season,
Resume
to do this,
doesn't matter.
to do
No,
this
guys,
right here,
none of this
to do
really
this
matters.
right here,
We're just
Kyle,
on
to
a
do
rock
this right
floating
now.
through space.
So that we can
Resume
Like
put
Mike
up
Tyson
don't
said,
matter.
we're all
Horse
gonna
crap
die
top
anyways. Who
fives.
gives a fuck?
to give up horse crap top fives, and then we do this horse crap where we talk about, well,
It's a
who's the better
podcast.
team?
What else are we supposed
Who's
to
the
do,
better
Kyle?
team?
Kyle,
No, I love
Kyle.
it. It's amazing.
We're supposed to do this stuff.
And that's
This
why
is a
I think
podcast.
Duke is
We
number
need to
three.
talk to each
live
other.
on YouTube.
That's why I think Duke is number 3.
Duke's resume.
And you know what's
Duke,
gonna be
or-
really funny
What are we
is
talking
that
about?
KU is gonna be the number one
Duke
overall
caused Kyle's
team.
ego
in the
death. Now
next
he's gonna
month.
be like a botanist.
The next month, KU is gonna be number one
Product plants,
overall
greenhouses.
because they're gonna go on a winning streak. Because Bill Self is gonna do some hazing
And the entire
or something
floor is
else.
just gonna
They're not gonna be
implode.
the one. They're not going to be number one.
They probably will
They'll
in the
be
next
one
month.
seed, but they won't be.
They probably will. I'll bet you money in the next month they'll be number one overall.
Rutgers for 2 seed.
Get
Book it.
out
Clip
of
it.
here! Boo! Here's
They're
new
not very-
Nick Howard's new team, Rutgers. He picked a new team. He got rid
They're
of.
fun as fuck to watch.
Xavier's gone, Rutgers' team.
No, I still got
Neutral
slew.
floor anywhere they play other than Allen Fieldhouse, it's over.
Oh, so they play on a neutral floor and they don't win?
They do sometimes. Against teams
Sometimes?
like Duke,
You mean
it's
so when they
obviously
play
ass.
against Duke on a neutral floor, they win?
Well, that's not on my top.
No,
five.
I get it. They
They're
play on
good.
an away court. It sucks with Hunter Dickinson, but you know they'll figure
Who's
it
your
out.
guys' number 6 then?
Should be
Our number
okay.
6 guy?
Here's the thing. Here's Kansas starting lineup right now. It should be
Coy
Dewan.
right now.
Because I'm thinking if we kept out Kansas, because Kansas lost to Creighton.
They
If we
shouldn't
kept
even
out
be in the
Duke,
top 10.
because
They're
Duke
not in the
lost to
top five.
Kansas.
There's no reason. There's no reason
I
to
get it, I get it. But then if let's just say that Auburn's not in it because they lost to Duke.
Okay.
Then that bumps up Marquette one. Then who would fill that space, knowing that it can't be Kansas, Auburn, or Duke?
I'm kind of lost for real.
What,
What do you?
Bama.
Purdue just
Alabama.
lost to.
Oh, they did just
They just
lose.
lost.
Purdue
Yeah,
just
Purdue
lost.
just
I would
lost.
put Purdue. They just lost. Yeah.
They lost
So
today,
that's why
right?
they wouldn't be up there.
No.
Yesterday?
No,
Like
they
a
lost. They
day
got
or
blown up
two
by
ago.
Penn State.
Yeah, I do remember
Yeah,
that. No, I was
against Penn State.
working,
They had a really
so I
good
think that was
comeback and
yesterday.
It was yesterday.
Yeah, because they.
Yeah, I was
So
working.
and I would put maybe Gonzaga there, but they also just
Can
lost
we
to
get?
Kentucky.
We just need
So
to get to
I think
conference play.
Alabama is your
This is
next
getting
move
silly.
there. I think
Get
you
to
go
conference
Alabama.
play. Figure it out.
Wait until you see
I'm-
Duke versus Miami on a Wednesday. Then
I'm
we'll
very
really
happy
know.
with.
I'll be
I'm very happy with
happy
LSU
with
being
that.
out of conference right now.
Me and
I
Duke
don't
watched
want
Miami
LSU.
live. Very good game.
Oh yeah, that was really fun. That was. Gosh.
All right, let's
Texas
get
blew
off
that
of college basketball. Let's get to the UFC. Let's talk about 310.
game. Nope.
310 was pretty good.
Wrong one.
3-9.
Right? Oh no, 310.
310.
I'm tripping.
It was
I'm
310.
thinking of 311. I'm sorry, Kyle.
Doug Nasty had the nastiest knockout tonight. After getting killed, dying
Yeah,
on the floor.
probably so.
He traded
I
his
mean-
soul for the devil.
I thought there was another crazy one.
Ian Gary almost choked him out, though.
All right.
We'll
so
get into
Kennedy
that. That's
Nchukwu
interesting.
got a performance of the night in his heavyweight bout. Starting off the night in the early prelims, he got a knockout in the very first round over Lucas Breezy, the Polish fighter. Heavyweights, I mean, we know how these fights usually go. Early prelims, they're going out there swinging. Chase Hooper.
I watched this fight at
He
my
may
work.
be
That was fun.
A fight away from being a fight away from being a fight away, like he has been for his last 15
Hey, he's
fucking
built
fights.
now, dude. He's got muscle.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, he went up
Popped
from
the
135
balloon.
to 145. Kid's still 6 foot. He choked out Clay Guida pretty good, and Clay, I don't know if he retired or not, but Clay's probably done. But congrats to Chase Hooper. He's pretty cool. He got a performance of the night as well. Congrats to him.
Isn't that age difference like crazy, by the way?
Oh
Like,
yeah, it's got to
yeah.
be like 25 to, I mean, plus 10 years, maybe plus 15.
Yeah. Chase Hooper was born after Gita started his career.
Speaking of, Michael Chiesa got a win. He's still kicking it. Max Griffin lost. Submission in the third round. Took him a little bit longer. Those joints are a little bit older than Chase Hooper's. He's got to ease his way into a submission attempt, but he took out
He's
Max
not
Griffin.
just a microphone.
Yeah. Joshua Van beat Cody Durden. Cody Durden, I have no idea why he's ranked. But Joshua
Yeah.
Van is 5'3", and like
I like Van, man.
Yeah,
Van,
yeah, I mean,
Van don't get
really-
phased, man.
He'd be the atomweight champion, is really what he is. They should have won
Yeah.
last and just have him fight himself. Chris Weidman, he lost to Eric Anders. He's probably done. Chris, great career. Beat Anderson Silva twice. Congratulations. Brian Battle, he won split
Brown was
decision.
piecing him up, but yeah.
Yeah, didn't
I
look
think-
great and came in
yeah.
overweight. So
Yeah, that too.
who knows with him? He's already kind of like a weirdo. So we'll see. Aljamain Sterling,
My boy.
Bogzar Evolve.
boy.
Pretty good. This guy's
That was a
pretty good. It was
Yeah.
a good fight. Aljo's not out of it. He's not.
I don't
gonna
think,
be out
yeah.
or nothing. But he's like at like that Jose Aldo level, that Nate Diaz level.
Yeah.
That
He's not on the top, but
He's
he's
gonna be a
not
gatekeeper.
like running the
He's
table
got like
anymore.
a
for sure.
gatekeeper role of like if you want to move up to a title contention.
which
this
is exactly
that-
why he
how
moved
you
to
fight.
featherweight, so he wasn't that for bantamweight. So that's pretty funny.
There you go.
Yeah.
There's already a bantamweight in Cody Sandberg.
Yeah, saying it. Vincent Luque, he got a win. He's old. He's still killing it. He's actually really not that old, but he's just had like he has one of the greatest resumes.
Yeah, I was about to say, I feel like he's been fighting like forever though.
Yeah, lost to Buckley, beat Dos Anjos, beat
Chiesa fight. Jeez.
Yeah, lost to Chiesa, lost to
Jeff Neal.
lost to Bilal
Huh.
Muhammad,
Aw.
beat Tyron Woodley.
Wow, beat Randy Brown. Holy shit. I like Brown, by the way. He's decent,
Price.
even though Della Maddalena, like, fucked him up. He's
Wonderboy
decent.
Thompson,
Mike
Michael
Perry fight, that's crazy.
Jalen Turner. back in the
Turner,
day.
wow.
That
That was like an early fight of his.
Yeah. Lean
Huh.
Edwards.
He beat Malal the first time. Huh. They had a two-time fight. Man, that's crazy. I didn't know he had this low-key bit of a recognizable resume. This
Then
is
Dominic
sad.
Reyes. Dominic Reyes might be the best.
Anthony
light
Smith.
heavyweight.
Dude,
Light heavyweight.
Anthony
I-
Smith, did you see what Anthony Smith said apparently during the fight? He, like, was apparently telling him to, like, keep punching him or something
Yeah,
like that.
he
Like,
did- he
did you
did
say,
tell him-
yeah. He was saying something in the ring, like, keep punching, keep fighting, keep, like, swinging at me. I was
But
like,
then he was fighting
dude.
somebody a couple years ago.
And he, like, blacked out? Yeah.
Or no, it's Johnny Walker, and he goes like, "Keep my family's name out of your mouth. You're disrespecting my family." I think Anthony Smith, and obviously, if you watch the broadcast, you heard all about it. But Anthony Smith, longtime training partner, coach was with him 57 and 58
It's not like you're underwater,
Um,
at least on mine.
passed away. So
You're good.
Passed away. So Anthony Smith. Dealing with a heavy heart, and he's a guy who needs to be a very emotional fighter. He can't just kind of show up into it. So he I think he wanted.
He's
that
got to
from Dominic
motivate
Reyes.
himself to
Yeah.
be in it even, and it's
So-
it's
For
just
telling Reyes, keep on hitting me, like, because I mean, there was a couple times they could have stopped that fight. Reyes fucked him up bad.
yeah,
like,
that was,
real bad.
That was pretty rough. That's why I
Um,
said it was like sad almost, and I've
But
kind of
Reyes
given.
looked really good. He had a lot of very interesting techniques that he used, and I think it could work against even higher skilled opponent. I think him versus Alex Pieta is the fight to make. I think he deserves his title shot.
In that
Fuck,
weight
he
division, I
John
mean,
Jones.
hell,
Yeah, I mean, they just
2020.
Who'd they give it to? The big guy.
Huh? Wait, what are we talking about?
Roundtree. Roundtree.
Oh, yeah, Khalil Roundtree.
I
Mhm.
mean, come on. If
That's what I'm
Roundtree's
saying,
getting a
yeah.
shot, why can't we do Reyes? All right, moving on to the main event. We have
Main
Doho
card.
Choi, who ended up getting the win KO in the third round over Nate Landwehr. Deho Choi, good, impressive fight by him. He was a Korean on the Korean card, kind of. Why are they doing
He looked
this?
kind of fun. Yeah, it
What the
looks.
fuck happened here with the ground fight?
Gone in Volkov. Gone in Volkov.
All right, well, Bryce Mitchell, Thug
Dog
Nasty,
nasty.
put himself back in the win column after a scary knockout. Josh Emmett beat Kron Gracie. Kron Gracie pulled guard in
Dude,
MMA.
yeah, why are they pulling guard?
What do you think you're doing?
It was like Paul Craig-esque too, dude. He was like on top, and Mitchell's like, dude, you know I can just slam you.
I know, it's so
That
funny.
was. Shout out Bryce
I mean, like-
Mitchell. That was just such a goofy fight. I was like, bro, what is Kron doing?
Bryce may not be title contention level yet, but Josh Emmett's only got so many years left. Volk only has so many years left. Holloway's going to move up to 45. And I'm not saying that Bryce Mitchell's going to beat Ilya, but I mean, could he beat Aljo and fight Ilya? Could he fight Movzar for a title eliminator match next year? I mean, I think there is.
I mean, I don't.
for
I think he
Bryce
needs
Mitchell.
a little middle level to that, especially like Malzar.
sure.
Like the last time he
No, he's not going to fight
fought,
for a
you
title
know,
next,
yeah,
but
yeah.
I like Bryce,
I
and
like to
think
see him go up a little bit, though. I think he can be decent. He just had an unfortunate knockout, but I think he'd be decent in the featherweight division.
Let's look
I like what I
at
saw.
the rankings of featherweight.
Featherweight?
Bryce Mitchell, Giga Chikadze, Calvin Cater, Aljo, Josh Emmett, Arnold Allen, Brian Ortega. I mean, that's
Okay,
the thing
yeah.
about UFC is like Josh Emmett, Brian Ortega fight tomorrow. Josh Emmett's wiping the fucking floor with Brian, and I love Brian Ortega, but he's wiping the fucking floor.
Mm-hmm.
Ige, Bryce versus Ige would be a cool matchup.
Yeah. What a
Aljo, Cater,
Cater
Morel
would be cool.
Murphy.
Yeah.
All right,
He's definitely
then
got
over,
options.
over here. we have
Volkov is gone. Volkov
Volkov
gone.
with cornrows, by the way.
Yeah.
I've looking like a Bond villain and
Yeah,
everything
he's a
else in
spooky
life.
fucking guy. And he whooped Gone.
back
This was
catch is
a
crazy.
robbery of the year.
Yeah,
whooped
that was a
Gone.
weird.
Gone
That was a
looked like shit.
weird decision. Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. Gone seems to be like the one guy in the UFC. Like the UFC, like with Stipe and DC, except for this last fight with Stipe. John Jones, like they always like kind of hate on guys, and if you get like Peter Yan got the kind of weird split decision against Sugar, and like never got another opportunity, just has to fight all the up and comers. But Gone seems to get everything going his way. Like he had no right to fight John Jones for the belt. He had no right. Like he's gotten himself into some really lucky matchups, and he's lost all of them. And then this one, he ends up getting a win. with a
His
shot
only like
for-
career was like short or like really big win of his career, in my opinion, was like short rested Derek Lewis when he absolutely unfortunately dismantled that dude.
Yeah, and he's
But,
not
like,
the first to do that.
Yeah,
Derek,
that's
that
what I'm
happens
saying.
to Derek quite often.
Yeah.
Unfortunately,
I think he's
but-
technical. I think he's got good technique, but at the same
Oh, he's a
time,
freak
he
in
is
nature.
very.
If he played defensive end, he'd be fucking Myles Garrett.
Yeah.
But he's
yeah.
not. He's not nearly as good of a fighter as I feel like
He
he's
can
given
do
credit for.
everything. He's not great at anything, kind of guy, in my
Yeah, and he
opinion.
doesn't. Like he'd be a really good workout.
And he
for-
can't
like,
wrestle. His wrestle defense is quite shit.
Like he can't put it together on the mat. Like you're like, wait, we know you have all the skills. Like I don't know, like just an underachiever, Percy Harvin. There's a couple of guys who it's like, oh, geez, like you could have been the
You're an
greatest.
athlete, but yeah, you're not the best in these categories. Yeah.
Another interesting decision. Shavkat Rakhmonov, former
I don't
training
think
partner of
interesting
Ian Machado Gary.
decision.
I think
He was
Shavkat
close.
won the fight, but
I think Shavkat won, yeah,
He-
but I mean,
he
he looked
definitely did.
human. Like, I think
Shavkat?
Bilal is, yeah.
No,
Like the
no,
body
he didn't.
work, the
He
body
got out
work
of one of the
wasn't
tightest
there.
chokes I've ever seen in my life. Looked
I
inhuman.
guess. I mean, that sure,
Yes,
but
he
like,
did show openings. He showed openings of how you can get him. But even if you can get him, he might not even tap. So
I don't know. I mean, submission sure, but like,
Machado Gary's also.
I like
very
Gary.
good.
I was more impressed with Ian Gary than I was with Shavkat in this
he's super
matchup.
young,
Honestly,
isn't
like,
he?
Like
Yeah.
based on you, what,
He's-
like
I think-
overall, or just based on
No,
your,
based on,
your
like, if you're
expectations
primed for
going
your-
into the fight.
say that again, P4 at the end. What'd you say?
Ian Machado exceeded expectations more than Shavkat. That's what you're trying to
Yes,
get.
correct,
Not
correct,
that-
correct.
not
I was
that
more
Ian did.
impressed. I didn't like think he did better. Obviously, he lost, but
Gotcha.
I think I was more impressed
Exceeded
because Ian Gary made Shavkat because I think Shavkat is capable of a lot, but he definitely like negated the body punches where Shavkat was having to go up top, which wasn't bad. He socked Gary a couple times,
Yeah,
but
showed some really good boxing.
yeah, I think Shavkat's not bad, but I think he also was shown that he's not invincible in this fight. Like a lot of things, like he finished so many people, and this was the first fight he didn't get a finish. And I think that Gary brought him down to earth a little bit. I think he's still good, he's going to get the title fight the next match, obviously, but I think Ian Gary showed that he has some flaws, and that
Step up,
is
obviously, in competition and situations.
the show.
But
That
this
as well.
seems
That as
a
well.
lot like the kind of Bo Nickel, Paul Craig thing, where it's like, Bo won, but he didn't win good enough. And I get where you're.
I
coming
like
from,
seeing
and
this a
it's
lot
both.
more than I liked seeing that. I will say. Yeah.
And then the main event of the evening, Kai Asakura versus Alexandre Pantoja. Alexandre Pantoja may be the best 125er on the
Dude.
planet. Called out DJ at the
I
end,
mean,
which would be
holy
awesome.
shit. He looked
It's not gonna happen.
insane in that
Kai
match.
cannot wrestle. Like, what were we doing? Like, we didn't give this guy a tune-up fight. Like, what the fuck?
I think Kai getting him the first, because he's great on his feet. He is phenomenal on his feet. But
Yeah.
Pantoja's Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu is second to none in probably the entire industry. Like, he is so fucking good. And I think it's tough to see who could even potentially beat Pantoja right now in the
So who does Kai fight next? Brandon Royval?
You know what?
Kai Burseg? Moreno?
Cop, do a Cop rematch. I would like to see him get Cop, because, I mean, I don't know. I know, that's low, we're saying, but I'd like to see him get a little tune-up, because he's raw a bit. Like, he was good on his feet, but once he got on the ground, it's kind of like, say, he just can't wrestle at the moment. He was just like, oh, shit. And then he was just in a choke, which, yeah, it's fucking insane by Pantoja. But I think Kai is definitely going to be good. I see the vision, but he's definitely needs a little bit, one warm-up fight, and then a good contender. Maybe even give him a gatekeeper the next one, which
how
would be.
long until he moves up to 35? 'Cause he's not gonna
I
stay
I hope soon, because he looked super skinny in the weigh-in. I don't know if you saw that, but he looked mega skinny compared how he usually does. And I think he may have a couple of fights in flyweight, but he probably will move up to bantam, which would be nice, in my opinion. But yeah, I think this wasn't Oscar overrated. He looked decent on his feet. It was just Pantoja was, holy shit. He made a guy that's a really nice prospect and decent look like a fucking tin can. I was like, holy shit, man. Pantoja, in the next year span, if Pantoja stays like this, I don't see anyone in flyweight beating him. He's a dog. Yeah.
I think Moreno can catch him. I'm a big Moreno guy.
Hey, yeah, I'll root to that, but it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough.
Well, that does it for 310. 310 was a good card. I liked it a lot.
It was enjoyable from what I've seen. Mm-hmm.
Coming up next week, we have UFC Fight Night in Tampa Bay. Going through, we got Miles Johns,
Lima, I've seen a fight of his. Michael Johnson.
Tuco Tokos, Cobb's fighting Bruno Silva.
Oh, Cop. If Cop wins that could be an Asakura tune-up. Cub.
Swanson, Billy Quantum.
Cub needs a dub, man. He got robbed that last fight.
Kenzie Dern.
Darn.
And then Colby Covington versus Joaquin Buckley. Is Joaquin Buckley really this good, man? I mean, I'm cool if he is.
I like Buckley. I mean, not even, but he looks good. He did great against Wonder Boy. I know Wonder Boy's whatever, but he looked good. He did his part, and I don't know. I mean, Colby.
This is a big fight for him. He's got to beat Colby.
I don't know, man. Colby's an interesting case because I just don't know if he's
Colby's one of
even
those
what he
gatekeeper
was.
guys of the
He's
top
getting up there in age. If he doesn't win this,
guys.
who knows?
Yeah, but I think this could get Buckley because he was about to go against Gary, which would have been kind of crazy. But
Yeah.
I think this is a good kind of go above the level. Went Wonder Boy. Wonder Boy's kind of lost, but looked good. If he does good against Colby Covington, who's not fully cooked. I think that Buckley, yeah, go and give him the top of the welterweight. Even though Process is coming.
All right, gentlemen. Well, that does it for the UFC.
Fight.
Hell yeah. Well,
We still
It's
got more
11:30.
stuff. Hold on.
what do you got,
But wait,
Kyle?
there's more.
Hold on. I'll just bring it up.
With a bunch of blurriness, it looked like he was in a Royals jersey. No shit.
Speaking of that,
Oh,
let's
yeah,
go
I guess we
to our. Well, before that, let's go to our call of the week. Move it over. Get out of here. P4, get out of there. Let's go to our call of the week.
Kyle, he's going to make more than your entire payroll over the next 15
Shut up.
Than like 90% of America.
Let's go to Kyle's call of the week. I didn't have a lot because I officiated a lot of basketball this week, so I had
Mets are now number 2 in betting odds for the World Series, plus 700.
I had no
Dodgers
time to
plus
look
350.
up anything very detailed, but this was pretty ridiculous. This actually gave SMU the chance to, actually have a comeback. If this call was made, SMU, I believe, doesn't have a chance to make that last-second comeback. No, Nick Howard.
See what I mean, man? See what I mean?
What do you mean? Do you know what I mean?
If that would have happened.
Let's
If that would
watch
have
it.
happened.
Now, you may go, well, it's just a missed call, Kyle. They didn't have an angle. And we'll look at it right here. I tried to play it on the screen. So, you can clearly see face mask right there. For the quarterback, in fact. And we go, well, they missed it.
Whoa.
What do you think that center back's looking at right there? A hold?
He's looking at number
Center.
5. Holding.
Cornerback?
Oh, really? He's
Holy
looking.
shit. You just used a football term?
No, I think he's talking about the referee,
Oh, okay. Okay. Go ahead.
He may be looking
Sorry.
at something,
the crew
but
chief.
it looks like he couldn't see the clear face mask on the quarterback, in fact. And we'll go back. Look at this. Oh. How many seconds is that?
I mean, it's... Yeah.
So, listen. Is it a missed call? Yeah. But the problem I have here is that this guy right here should have his eyes on anything close happening right here. And the fact that the quarterback's head goes back right here. Oh! That must be a turn. And no call happened. So, now listen, it's my least favorite call of the week because I didn't have anything special. It's a missed call, so what? I just thought it was funny because the official was looking right at it.
Yeah, it is a pretty good shot, honestly.
So, I did like this camera angle, and most of the times my call of the weeks involve camera angles with the official looking at it. But it did make for a great game, so I guess good no call for a good game. Good no call for putting SMU in there. But man, that is a blatant face mask, and especially for a quarterback, like that's something you just can't really miss. So congratulations for my lame call of the week. I will have better calls of the week, especially in the next month when I'm watching college basketball and I'm not actually officiating low-level college basketball for my town. We do have to go to our CTSPN moment of the week, which no one sent to me, so I decided to do it for myself. And I thought it would be fitting to bring up one of the best posts on X. We can't call it tweets anymore. We got to find a way to...
Fucking Twitter. Fuck you,
whatever.
Elon.
One of the best tweets right here. The Rizzler. Juan Soto is Riz approved. My CT ESPN moment of the week. Rizzler is officially cracker of the week, of the month.
Of the year.
Of the year, says P4. But
That's a high
P4,
standard.
can you explain this in detail? Like, what does this mean to
Break
your
it down the
program?
brain rot.
Break down the Rizzler or what?
Just
Down Juan Soto to the Mets.
Just the Mets, just everything.
The
While
Mets,
get
I
a
mean,
fifth-
this is the greatest moment in New York Met history up to this point.
Wow.
I mean, this is... Last season was the most impressive New York Mets season. They didn't deserve almost anything that they got. And they're bringing back the squad. They have the bats. They have the position players. they have the coaching staff on the pitching side to make, I don't know, Luis Severino the highest paid player in Oakland or Sacramento or Vegas or Athletics A's history.
Goodbye, Moneyball.
By Moneyball. What would Pete, aka Fat Jonah Hill, say about signing Luis Severino for $67 million?
He would just be cast off the movie. No!
Turn into a pile of clothes. Just disappear. Yeah, I mean, this sets the Mets up. The Mets are going to win a World Series in this next 15-year period.
Hopefully.
They will. Why
One of
wouldn't
the
they?
15. One of them. I swear to God.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta believe.
Yeah, you do.
And
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, it's not. Is this quite to the level of Ohtani joining the Dodgers?
I mean,
Kind of.
the
It's
only
not really
thing.
KD joining the Warriors, right? I mean,
No,
the Mets are still kind
I
of
mean the
lovable
Mets are the
loser.
Mets still. Yeah, they're not like insanely up top. I mean, they're not the Mets like they've been, but I like I said, I love Soto, and I was really hoping the Mets would do this. They did. So, the Mets, and like, yeah, I get it's an insane contract, but like, baseball's got insane contracts all around right now, and I think this is a guy that if you're gonna make him the highest paid player, Soto's the guy you make the highest paid player in crazy baseball money. And they outbidded the Yankees. At least the Yankees tried. I was kind of impressed with them about that, honestly. I thought they would just be like, yeah, fuck it. Red Sox had no chance. Anybody else obviously had no chance, probably. But yeah, Mets went and threw as much as they can, outbidded the Yanks. And dude, I'm excited for them this year. It'll be interesting. They probably won't get Pete Alonso since it's obviously none of it's deferred, but who gives a fuck? I mean, you got
if
Pete
we bring
Alonso,
back
and
Pete, if that's the next alert, oh,
I don't even think. I don't know. You guys already paid a decent amount for fucking Frankie Montas.
according to, well, we got the deepest pockets. According to somebody,
see that.
Pete will call the Mets and allow them to match any offer he's given. I guess Pete wants to come back to the Mets, which that's kind of like a Pete move. That's
Yeah.
kind of what you think about.
I don't want to leave, but if the money's good.
Yeah, he's like, I will not switch apartments for less than $20 million extra. Like,
LFGM, the M stands for money. But I love Mets. Yeah, dude. I don't know. This Mets team looks pretty fun. Like I said, the Cardinals are going to suck next year. So, I mean, if there's a team to watch, it is Juan Soto, not on the Yankees. And I guess not on the Padres. The Padres are cool. We're cool. But, like, yeah.
hopefully,
the Mets
hopefully
and everything.
Mark Vientos doesn't have a sophomore slump.
yeah, if he goes,
Then you got Frankie Lindor.
First.
Oh, okay. So Frankie
Yeah.
Lindor. Yeah, that'll fix it.
So,
What's
he goes over.
Jose Siri.
And,
Oh yeah.
yeah, hey, you got
I
Jose
forgot.
Siri. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the guy with the really good baseball savant.
Mm-hmm. But, yeah, it'll be fun. I'll be happy to watch the
LFGM.
Mets next season. Take down the Dodgers, hopefully. Because it ain't going to be the Redbirds.
Well, fellas, we do have one more thing to do.
Holy smokes. What is
It is our, our weekly thing. It is our...
Holy shit. Oh, okay. Wait. Huh?
Let me go grab my whiteboard.
What the fuck, Kyle? Why do you talk like the way that you do? I thought you were the host. You were the host, Kyle.
So what am I doing?
We're just playing smart or dumb. That's it.
Yep, okay. Hell yeah. Let's go. Let's do it.
P4's got 2 points. I got 1. It's the start of the second
Oh,
week.
shit. I don't have, like, anything to write down. Bang. Tell Sasha's panning.
Sure.
More than ever. I think it's... You know what? Because it's... I'm
I got
doing
it.
this intentionally. Yep. Hold up. Arson judge.
DeGrom.
Oh, really? I mean, that totally makes sense, but that's like not something I thought the Angels would do.
It would also be so. It's not like Scherzer had the most, but it was only a 1-year deal. So Trout was not
Overall contract.
so he
Makes
was signed
sense.
on like a 20-year deal. So it's got to be.
Okay, that makes sense. Damn, I didn't know Mike Trout got paid that high. I don't even remember that. It was very well.
Oh yeah, great.
Everyone got it wrong. History, current.
All time or now? I have no idea.
You know I'm right, Kyle. You already know I'm right. See it? My handwriting is awful. I'm sorry.
Ah, good answer.
Beard, fear the beard. That's so awesome. Technically number 1 because Curry doesn't count. Holy shit.
Ha! It's power slap.
Power slap. Ah.
I should have known, bro. They're making so
Yeah,
many.
I think.
should've known.
I thought it was, but
No, it's not lacrosse. It's definitely pickleball.
well, that makes sense. It does.
They've made like 3 pickleball places around where I live. It's crazy. Like in the past couple of years. Fucking crazy. Okay. 95. Oh wait, those are options? Okay, thank God. I was like, if there's a movie better than those. I'm only going this because of bias.
Wait,
This is tough.
Give
Yup.
me him one more time. Give me him one more time.
Excuse me. Shawshank.
Yeah.
Four Weddings and
Tom
a
Hanks.
Funeral was #1 movie. Damn. That's crazy. It's a good movie. It's a good movie. I'm not.
2-2 now.
Yeah. Yeah, dude, Shawshank and Pulp Fiction in one thing, too. It's fucking crazy. Forrest Gump, too, yeah. Yeah, compared to that, it's a fucking dragon with the tongue out or whatever, honestly. And that's not even like a bad thing. That's crazy, bro. Wait, highest grossing Christmas? It's not.
I saw this tweet the other day. I don't know what the fucking song's called though. I don't even know the song. I don't even know the song.
God, my handwriting's awful. But I do.
Can't remember who
Oh,
it's
yeah.
by, but I think this is my song.
Ah, fuck. I think this is what
No
it's
cheat.
called. Yeah. Peek me out. Howard, go up. You're showing the top of your page.
Oh.
White Christmas. Yeah! Oh, white Christmas. The Home Alone
Dude.
song? Come on.
Oh, wow.
What a white
Dreamy.
Christmas, like all the others like to used to know.
Yeah, for sure. But
Last Christmas.
Take me out. I don't know. I forget the name of the song. I was trying to remember.
by Franz Ferdinand.
Very next day.
Take me out. The best.
Gave you my heart. I
Yeah,
got 2 points.
the movie and the
So
song.
it made me go 3
Not even
to
sports
2
related.
winning so far, but there's still 3 weeks left, and I'm gonna blow it in the end like I always do. So it is what it is. Yep. He's no concern over there. The main man for Way Out West. I did pretty well today. Did pretty well.
Good celebration for 1
You
week.
guys want to do wrap ups? Say your last words. We've ran about 3 hours on this pod, so 2.5. 2.5. But,
I'll start off.
might as
It was
well.
nice being back for the week. I don't know when I'll be back. My schedule is crazy, being in the Amazon rainforest and all. Yeah, I'm glad to come up and spit some ball with some peeps, the dudes, and vamos Liverpool. Cardinals suck. Grizzlies are cool. Titans mega suck. LSU is washed potentially. And yeah, let's go Christmas.
Main man for Way Out West.
Yep, the Mets are going to win a couple World Series coming up, so don't wait up for me there. Royals still suck. Chiefs, fuck them. Jets, whatever. Jalen Milroe or whatever. Guess I'll just watch my Jets from like a recliner and just sip my coffee like an old man. Just above it all, yeah. Well, hey, you feel like me and Vinny Pasquantino be good friends? Why don't you introduce me?
Yeah.
Me, you, self.
Man, the good
we all
old
sit
pass
down.
over here.
We all have a sit down. Well, Dan Schmamish is the issue. Guy's still employed. Do your research, folks. The NFL's not all cracked up. All cracked up. It's supposed to be or whatever. Yeah, let's go Mets. Let's go Duke. Crazies, go crazy, go crazy. Goodbye, folks.
Okay, still.
Kyle went from absolutely thrilled to completely depressed in seconds.
Dan Vogelback, he's big. No, you know who you can have? Frank the Tank. He's big. Oh, wait, let's see. Is Frank the Tank, has he said anything yet? What is Frank the Tank's take on the news?
He's probably talking about the contract.
Nope, last time he posted, reposted that 10 minutes ago.
Yeah, didn't Cubs just give him big money? Yeah, dude. Yeah, bro, their price is crazy. So, yeah. Pretty crazy market out there, honestly, for the trades. Someone take Ryan Helsley, please. And Arenado. Anybody. Give them prospects. Give us. And man, ask Mozeliak, not me.
Like, subscribe. KU's trash. Hopefully they can pick it up. Screw Duke. Cameron Crazies are one of the worst places